There's marks into some of these kids that we've known since they were in 7th grade, and their families have been a part of this community for years, and we're thankful for them. However, victory tonight will help ease some of that sadness as we leave this stadium tonight. Chelsea Hornets are on a 2-game winning streak, and after beating a playoff team in Minor and a Calera last week, 35-3.
That's right, Ray. It's been a much more enjoyable 2 weeks for the Hornets after coming off their back-to-back wins. But tonight, like you mentioned, it's senior night for these football players, cheerleaders, and the band members. Like you mentioned, it's going to mark the end of it's the last football game. 99% of these boys and girls. Well, I don't want to say that because we're going to have some cheerleaders that may go on to cheer in college, and you're going to have some band members that are going to go on to possibly play in band in college. So, but for the most of them, it's going to be it's going to be it. But hopefully, a big win tonight will finish off the season. Hopefully, it'll ease the sting of being the last time these boys will strap these helmets on and take the field.
Richard, in honor of these seniors, won't you take the time here just to acknowledge our seniors tonight and read a list of all of our senior football players tonight? There's 30 of them, by the way.
Wow, 30. All right, it's going to start. We're going to do this numerically. You got number 2, Peter Wren, who's a defensive back. Andrew Bartlewski, who got hurt early in the year in the Briarwood game. Number 3, wide receiver. Number 4, defensive back, William Sutherland, had a great game last week against Calera. Number 7, Nolan Forehand, had a huge interception a couple of weeks ago to seal the deal against Minor.
Yep.
9, Douglas Wood, made some great catches for us at receiver this year. Caleb Tyndall, big tight end. He hadn't been able to play the past couple of weeks with a little bit of a knee injury. I know he would love to be suited up. He had a good year going. Of course, 14, Turner Griffin. Can't say enough about Turner and the job he's done at quarterback the past year and a half, leading this offense and the team. So he's a senior. Of course, you got number 15, big Reggie Fisher at wide receiver, and we never say enough about this guy here. Number 17, Lando Nichols. He's just a playmaker all over the field, offensively and special teams. Cameron Pierce, defensive back, number 18. He's got a good bit of playing time. 19, Chandler Ard, cornerback. He's been injured a good bit this season. Colton Turner, great kid, great family. He's a defensive back. Avery Lawhorn was another one who was having a good season, number 21, before he got injured. And, of course, talking of injuries, Ethan Shaw, number 22, is a senior, and he went down with an injury as well. Then, of course, number 24, Stephen Fant.
Been a big leader this year.
Big leader on defense, yeah. Another big leader on defense, number 25, Connor Griffin, is at that safety position. 32, Chris Kinect, another senior that's been injured off and on this year, not dressed out tonight. Jacob Clayton, another senior defensive back, number 41. Matt Fant, senior linebacker, number 51. 53, Logan Brazier, who's a big cog of the offensive line. You got 56, Wesley Pouncey, and he just dominates centers week in and week out. Right there at the defensive line, number 56, Mark Moody, big offensive lineman, number 12, number 57, he's a senior as well. Hunter Thompson, number 67, offensive lineman. Defensive lineman, number 70, Tristan Carley. Garrett Evans is another one who's been injured, has not played a whole lot because of his injury. He's an offensive lineman, number 72. Will Peacock, who's been very, very consistent. He was a player of the week a couple weeks ago. Coach said when he's on the field, he just doesn't mess up. But he's a senior tight end. Micah Prince, number 85, wide receiver. And Ray, last but not least, we're going to really miss him, is 86, Todd Justice.
Yeah, that's right.
Missed that we're going to lose, 2/3 of the starting offense, our defensive line.
Is number 90 not in there? Spencer? Spence?
They have him as a junior here.
He's a senior.
Okay,
he's
well,
a senior.
I'm going by right here. Sorry about that. Number 90,
okay.
Tyler Spence, wide receiver. They have him listed as a junior there. I'm going to check my other roster just to make sure we didn't miss anybody. We got a couple of different rosters here.
Richard, what's different about that group of seniors is this has been one of the biggest groups we've had in a while, but on the other side, like you mentioned, a ton of them have been hurt this year. A lot of key players in that senior group that's been hurt this year. All the way from Peter Wren all the way over to Ethan Shaw to you could go on and on about how many injuries we've had in that senior class. A lot of key players have been hurt this year. But, Richard, the Chelsea fans had an opportunity to come out Tuesday night to hear you and Coach Goodwin and Doug speak at the Coaches Show this week, an hour-long pregame show on Cool 96.9 last Tuesday night at Applebee's Restaurant. If you were listening just prior to us taking the air a few minutes ago, you heard the rebroadcast of that show. That's been the pattern all season long. pregame show about an hour before. Listen to the coaches live there at Applebee's on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. and then a rebroadcast an hour before we call the game here on Friday night. Coach Goodwin said he was thrilled about the guys and got a convincing win last week against Calera.
That's right, Ray. I've had a good time co-hosting this year. You and I, you got to sit in with us a couple of times with Mr. Doug Ragland, and I appreciate him, and Donna Bowles, David Brady, Mark Snow, everybody at Cool 96.9 for giving me the opportunity to do so. Enjoy getting to know Coach Goodwin better during that show. It's something pretty unique, because most high schools don't have this type of show, and so we appreciate them letting us do that.
That's right. Richard, tonight we've got two teams coming in, had difficult seasons. Pell City 3-6, while Chelsea's 2-7. However, these two teams seem to be heading in different directions. Pell City has lost 5 of its last 6 starting the season 2-0. Meanwhile, while Chelsea has earlier had won the last 2 games with a decent chance to end the season a 3-game win streak, which hopefully will create some excitement in the future going into the offseason.
That's right, Ray. You're right. I definitely think the future is bright for the Hornets. Is there a lot of young talent returning next year? We've said it seems like every week he's a senior. He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. We're definitely going to replace some key players, especially up front, and then the front 7 on defense, or the front 6 on defense. But there are guys waiting in the wings to take over. As far as tonight goes, Pell City comes into the game giving up 30 points a game. And if the Hornet offense can build off the success from last week, tonight could be a high-scoring night for Chelsea.
All right, Coach Goodwin said the Pell City defense is fundamentally sound. They do a good job filling the gaps and have some big defensive front players. They run a 3-4 defense, and they will look to rely on their safety to roll down and help on run support. But we'll also have a 2-deep safety formation, and hopefully Collier can have an opportunity to continue to get some success on the edge in the run game and have some big runs this week against Pell City.
That's right. Collier was the offensive player of the week this past week because of his runs and everything. Offensively, Pell City tonight, they're pretty much going to stay in the shotgun. They'll move some guys around to give multiple formations and looks for Chelsea's defense. For Chelsea to have a chance to win tonight, we had to stop one main guy, Ray, and that's running back Darius Garrett. And some of us were talking about him up here today in the press box before we went on the air. But last week against Shades Valley, he only rushed for 304 yards.
304.
Rushed for 304.
Rushed for 304.
Then he had 78 receiving yards and also had 82 kick return yards.
Wow.
So for those of us that don't have a calculator with us handy, I'll go ahead and tell you that was 464 all-purpose yards for Mr. Garrett last week. If we can contain him, I like our chances of going out on a winning note tonight.
Well, Richard, that is impressive, but not as impressive as our sideline guy. He's back from being sick last week. I'd like everybody to welcome back Cooper Griffin back to the radio station with us tonight. Coop, you feeling a little better this Friday than you did last week?
Yes, sir. I'm feeling a lot better than last week.
Well, you sound like you're Barry White down there. You got that old raspy voice, but you look good. I saw you earlier when you came up here. Glad you're better. Miss Donna did a great job last week while you were here. She had an umbrella. She had a poncho.
She had a she shed.
She was standing underneath her she shed. But one thing she did do this week at the coaches show, she brought us 1.9 pounds, Richard, of Sour Patches, and we have not eaten all of them yet.
How many pounds do you have left there?
I bet you there's probably 3/4 of a pound. I'll hold it right there.
I'm gonna say there may be about 3 ounces.
No. Well, it makes you feel
see.
better. I've not eaten as many. Cooper, did you get you a handful before you went down there?
No, Ray, I don't think so. I'm going to have to come up there and
We'll
sneak
get
some
you
down
some.
here.
Now, Coop, let me ask you this question for real. Have you walked around the field at all? I know earlier in the week we've had some cold weather. We've had a little bit of rain this week. Is the field in pretty good condition? I know there's not been any youth league games to tear it up, and I know the kids have stayed off of it all week. But how's the conditions of the field tonight?
The field is looking actually pretty good for the conditions out here. It's about 47 degrees out here, and it's really cold.
Thank you, James Spann, on the temperature right there. That's great. Well, Richard, we got our statistician, Greg Robertson, sitting behind us. He's in a good mood. Had a big sale today for Ingersoll Rand. Boy, he's big time today.
He's just you're just throwing him on.
Well, I'm trying to help him out.
He's in a good mood. Ray, let me tell you about our pregame sponsor, since we've been talking about our pregame show. Chelsea Coffee House. Chelsea Coffee House is located at 16688 Highway 280, Suite B in Chelsea. Their phone number is 678-4444. Owned by Jeff Gross, Chelsea Coffee House has been a Chelsea favorite since 2012. With amazing hot and cold drinks, delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner choices, and it's a great location for your small group to meet. And this is where you would say, my small group met up there today.
Well, we didn't meet up there. We met at the church this morning, but
Oh.
he did provide coffee for us.
He did that last week.
And
you know what? I'd like for him to provide some coffee tonight. That would be great.
Yeah, we don't need no coffee.
Is Ross at the game?
I don't know if he's here or not. I think he does come. But, Richard, I'm going to go ahead and apologize to everybody on air. I'll probably have to do it 2 or 3 times. I will probably cough at some point tonight or blow my nose because I have come down with what we call the old crud.
The old crud.
But I'm okay. I see a heater down there in the stands.
Yeah.
And
we act like it's 20 degrees out here. I mean,
it's 40.
This is not Lambeau. This is not the frozen tundra at Lambeau Field. Of course, that would be fun to go to. But it's chilly. It's football weather, though.
Richard, this is going to be our last broadcast of the season. And I need to thank Cool 96.9, David and Mark and Donna all year. We've lugged all this equipment around and made it possible for us to be up here and broadcast the radio show. And thankful to Coach Schmidt and the Chelsea High School students as part of the broadcast journalism class that come out every week and put the game on so we can produce the show and have everybody to watch it. So we are thankful for everybody that makes this show happen, and especially our sponsors, because without them, we might be sitting at the house.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have the sponsors, right? And, speaking of sponsors, our game sponsor for all season this year has been Skelton's Heating and Air Conditioning. Skelton's Heating and Air Conditioning offers repair and installation services in the greater Birmingham area. At Skelton's, they believe in quality, honesty, and integrity, and that's the way they conduct their business every day. Skelton's Heating and Air offers quality work at a fair price and combines that with impeccable service. Whether it's residential or commercial, you'll appreciate the technical skill and personal commitment to putting people before profit. 205-277-6055. Skelton's Heating and Air Conditioning. Again, our 2018 game sponsor for the Chelsea Hornet football season.
Yep, we are once again thankful. Richard, speaking of one of our sponsors, did you see that Cajun Boys and our Po Boys opened up their Caldwell Mill location this weekend? So I'm excited to see that. But we're going to stand here for a minute, and we're going to take part in taking a moment of silence and the national anthem.
Please direct your attention to the north end zone, where tonight's flag will be raised by Chelsea beer culters, Jacob Hensley Fuller. Of Chelsea High School strive to create a healthier atmosphere, promoting unity and empathy, combating stereotypes and cliques, and emphasizing diversity and acceptance among the student body and Chelsea family. And now, we invite you to sing along and honor America as the Chelsea High School marching Hornet Band, under the direction of Mr. Perry Lawley, plays our national anthem.
All right, again, we want to thank the Chelsea High School Marching Band and directed by Mr. Perry Lawley for that rendition of our national anthem for the last time this year, Ray.
That's right. Last time we'll hear it this year, Richard, but doesn't mean we don't have a good opportunity next year.
That's right. We think the future is bright. Like we said, there's you got a big, tall junior quarterback for Chelsea coming back next year, and Caleb Moore. So he looked. Not that Turner's doesn't look like a quarterback, but Caleb really looks like a big-time quarterback with his arm strength and his size. because I know he comes in over about 6'3".
Yeah, he's about
you know.
6'3 and a half, 6'4", but he
Yeah.
needs to put some weight on. Need to put some muscle on.
Of course, we got Collier coming back. Just looking at the roster, you got Collier running, coming back as he'll be a junior next year. You got some.
You got Adam Reeves.
Yeah,
You got Adam Reeves. You got Holton Smith, Ricky Whited. You got a lot of young receivers. We talked about Michael Gibbs will be coming back.
Gabe Ruffin will be back.
Gabe Ruffin will be back.
So you got some good experienced receivers there.
Got about 5 good receivers coming back next year.
You
Tight end will be a spot that we'll struggle a little bit with. I heard rumors of they maybe moving Chandler over to the Y position a little bit. Maybe him playing a little bit of Y.
He's going to have to go both ways.
But he will. He's an athletic enough. They've talked about some kids maybe going both ways next year. Next year you got Chad Carboni in the running back position, KJ. Kajani Carter.
Kajani King.
I'll say Kajani Carter because he played for Penn State.
Yeah. Well, starting center Ty Dema, he'll be back next year. You got Charlie Parkinson, big left tackle. Let's play some right tackle. I know the coaches are expecting a lot out of 71 Cody Cooper next year. I'm just trying to look over the roster here, with some guys that could fill in. Of course, Jordan Smith is going to return at defensive end.
Yeah. You'll have Jackson Jones next year, can play some nose guard. Jamie Gandy at that defensive end. The one spot that really worries me, honestly, is losing Wesley Pouncey and Todd Justice because they've done such a great job. And Jordan Smith has as well. But Todd and Wesley have done such a great job in the middle of this year. I think they're going to be 2 of the toughest positions to fill next year is that nose guard. Because in this 3-3 defense, what have you always told me? Your best player better be what?
The nose guard.
Nose guard.
That's right. Well, Colby Clements is going to come back at linebacker.
He
Mike
will.
Linebacker.
Cole
Berryman will be back. So you got 2 starting linebackers back. Hopefully we got Logan Shores, Donovan Bivens at linebacker. Will Neighbors is one of those that might could fill in there at nose guard for Will Pouncey. William Pouncey, Wesley Pouncey. We did this a couple years ago.
We did.
Call him by the wrong name. We got James Turns. Can play that D line.
Just got to get bigger.
Got to get bigger, stronger.
You and I've coached for a long time, coached a lot of these kids. And the sophomore class has probably got some of the most talent in it that's in all the classes. But the one thing the sophomore class hadn't done is they really hadn't grown.
No.
Your son and my son are part of that group.
Well, they've gotten taller.
They just ain't put on any weight. And I think that'll come with a little more maturity, a little more time in the weight room. But that's what's got to happen because if Chelsea's going to be successful, we've played the big teams, and they've got some big boys, and they're in that weight room, and we just need some weight put on. Like Chad Carboni. Chad's fat. Jake Adams is another one.
How do we forget Jake?
Jake's fast as lightning. The problem is Jake don't weigh but about 125, 30 pounds.
Yeah, they got him at 145 right here.
Maybe.
Another one. Of course, you got Richard Abino, little left-handed quarterback, and he's got a nice deep ball. You got Nick Neves. He's gonna push the Caleb Moore for starting position at quarterback. So you got Alex Fritz who might fill in that tight end spot some. But so like I said, the future's bright. We're gonna get. I know coach's big thing is get them in the off season and really start get them in the weight room and beat these guys up as our captains. Some of the young guys are coming out. Actually, got a nice mix of seniors and big guys. You got Stephen Fant, number 24, is captain. 17, Lando Nichols. 40, Colby Clements and Collier Blair, your players of the week. Colby had some big hits last week.
Yeah, he did.
He and Collier were defensive players of the week. But, you look at them, and those are our captains. And you got Collier coming in there about 5'5". You got Lando coming in there about 5'6", and you got Fant and Colby coming in there about 5'9". We just don't have as Fant does a little jig dance for us. He's feeling it. It's senior night. He's down there shaking it. But anyway, they're getting some pictures from Miss Carrie Dean.
They are.
Talked to her a little bit ago. But, like you said, we just hadn't got any bigger.
Rich, I'll tell you about our coin toss sponsor, Willpower Fitness Gym, offering affordable single membership with no contracts. You can enjoy discounts on personal training classes, individual health and fitness goals, fun cardio classes, and weekly personal coaching and motivation. Willpower Fitness Gym in Chelsea, 16223 Highway 280 in Chelsea, 205-903-8591, as our players go out to meet at midfield with the Pell City captains. And Cooper Griffin is going to do like he has all year, like Miss Donna did last week. He's going to get us some play-by-play of the coin toss. So, Cooper, we're going to turn it over to you. referee looked at you like, who's this kid with the hood on? It was like the Unabomber.
Unabomber Cooper.
Home team in blue captain. I call for blue captain. When you guys come up and you are vision team in white, and you are going to call the coin toss. You're going to call heads or tails? Heads. You call heads. You hear him say you're going to call heads? All right, Mr. Kennedy there is heads. The eagle is tails. He's called heads. I'm going to flip it. If I drop it, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to flip it again. He's called heads, and it is tails.
Good.
So it is your choice. You defer. You defer.
All right, so Chelsea has won the toss. They've elected to first. That means Pell City will get the ball first. So Chelsea will come out on defense first, Richard, and I think it'll give them an opportunity to see what number 22's got.
Yeah.
For Pell City. What was number 22's name? We talked about it earlier.
Demetrius Garrett.
Demetrius Garrett.
Demetrius
He's out there.
Garrett.
He's one of the captains there for Pell City.
No, excuse me. I'm sorry. Darius. Well, it began and ended with the same.
That's exactly right.
You know,
well,
as I look at our blue sea out there between the 40s, looks like we got a little overspray. I guess it was a little windy when we sprayed the field the other night.
Let me tell you what happened.
Tell me what happened.
The field was wet
Yeah.
when it was done, and I think it ran a little bit.
I got you. I was wondering if it ran or if the wind blew.
I think it ran. It was painted today because it was so wet.
I got you.
So
had a little rain this morning too.
Yeah, it was misty.
Rained on me going into work.
I left this morning from Bible study. It was raining a little bit, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm glad I'm not going out to help paint the field. So.
Well, it looks like the old Chelsea tunnel down there is rocking and rolling a little bit for the last time. We're going to welcome our Hornets to the field for the last time for the 2018 football season, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a sad game. Win or lose, it's still going to be sad. You and I have always said that this has been one of my favorite group of kids. When they were 8th graders, first year I came to the middle school, and didn't win a ton of ball games. But the one thing, I tag every group with a slogan or a saying or whatever you want to say. And this group here might not have been the winningest bunch we ever had, but they fought hard to the end. You remember that Ben Russell game when they were 8th graders? Yeah. And I think we lost like 44-38, and we fought until the very end and just couldn't pull off the victory. But that's one thing. That was the last game of that season, 8th grade. And I told these boys, you keep working hard. And they have. They have worked hard, and they've stayed on top of it, and I've been proud of them.
Well, you know, it's funny because it's just to me it's ironic that we're playing Pell City. You know, unfortunately, we talk about this group has not been real hadn't had a whole lot of numbers, a lot of wins in the win column. 7th grade, when I was coaching with Bart Lusky, and it was just he and I down there at 7th grade, we had this whole bunch to ourselves. And the only game we didn't lose that year was the Pell City game. We tied 6-6. We were down We were down 6-0 when these guys were in 7th grade, and Turner hit, of all people, Lando Nichols on a slant and went about 80 yards for a touchdown to tie it up. And we got stopped short on the 2-point conversion, and we tied them. And that was the only game that we didn't win that year was against Pell City. I mean, excuse me, the only game we didn't lose that we tied. We went 0-5-1 that year. But I was coaching about 40 kids by myself. And that's a feat.
That.
But I'll take that back. Andrew Bartlitsky's dad, Rich, helped me coach some, but that was our highlight of that year was tying Pell City. So hopefully we can get some revenge tonight and we can end on a high note with a victory over Pell City tonight.
Well, let's hope so. Like I said, they've won some big ones. They beat Fort Payne the first game of the season. That's Coach Elmore, the previous coach here at Chelsea, and Coach Elmore actually won his region. So they beat a quality team. Coach Elmore, I think, had some players not available that night, so they didn't beat a full speed, Fort Payne team, but they did beat them.
Right.
And I think then they won last week. They beat Shades Valley. Back in the day, Shades Valley was a tough program.
They were.
So,
well, the one team that we both have, that we both played, they beat Calera 27-7 the second week of the season, and of course we beat Calera last week 35-3. So I'm expecting this to be a tough fought, close ball game.
All right.
I just went and kicked it to number 22 right now.
Yep. Kickoff sponsor nice. Bob Kirkendall of Art Realty as Lando kicks it, pooches it in the air, and the ball is going to hit the ground about the 20 and bounces up. And who's it bounced to but number 22? Hey, we're thankful for Realtor Bob. He's a retired federal law enforcement agent using 26 years of criminal investigation to continue a life of service to others through real estate. If you need any help in real estate, call Bob. 205-413-0600 or visit realtor-bob.com. And we're thankful for Bob Kirkendall and his sponsorship this year. Came in a couple of weeks after the season started, and he picked a good one, being the kickoff sponsor. We've given up a few touchdowns this year, and we've scored some touchdowns. So Bob's definitely got some airtime this year, and we're thankful for Bob Kirkendall.
Hey, I got a lock. I got a guarantee, Ray. 22 will not get the ball the first carry.
Because he's not in the game?
Because his helmet got knocked off on the return.
Oh, good. All right, Pell City comes out 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Number 23 takes it. Ooh, big hit. Was that Colby Lambert? No. Well,
it may have been Chandler Pruitt, right?
Might have been Chandler Pruitt. Came up on a big hit.
Yeah.
Pell City started 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. And on the first play, they picked up 6 yards on the play, running over right tackle. But here comes number 22 coming in the game. He did. So they're going to do something we hadn't seen a ton of. They have a lot of two-back gun. So you're going to have twin receivers left, single receiver right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Number 22 goes in motion, and they get it in his hands in a hurry. Goes off his hands, and it is a live ball. No, they called an incomplete pass. Good call, I guess, by the official there. It was close. Could have went either way. But after that play, incomplete pass is going to be 3rd and 3 for the Pell City. They're the Panthers, aren't they? Yeah, the Panthers of Pell City. So, Richard, the first play 22's in the game. They try and get his hands. You got to know. You better know where 22 is every play.
Right, I agree.
All right, Pell City comes out. This 3rd down, trips right, single receiver left. They're going from right to left on your radio dial. They're on the far hash mark. 11-10 left to go in this first quarter. Number 4 rolls to his right. Number 22 tries to pick up a block. And, Richard, they run what most teams have run all year. They ran a little out or a little hitch right there, and they completed it for a first down.
Yep. He just rolled out way to the far side. Cole Behrman was putting some pressure on him. And right there before he got to right outside the numbers there, he was able to find a receiver and picked up a first down.
All right, Richard, that was a 280 Medical Supply first down. 280 Medical Supply is a woman-owned and locally operated company specializing in braces, catheters, and full line of medical equipment. 280 Medical Supply, 678-6755. Excuse me, 8755. Don't want to get that wrong. Twins left, single receiver right after the first down. The ball is at the 42-yard line, handed to number 22, and he has nowhere to go. Todd Justice got his hands on him, and he swallowed him up after about a 4-yard loss.
Todd did a good job of coming and making contact, and then just refused to let go. Sometimes, Ray, when you watch film of these guys that have a dominant performance like he had last week, the defense says, you're not going to beat us with him. You got to find another way. Yeah.
You remember that running back from Moody that year?
Can't remember his name, but yeah.
Went to Duke.
Yeah.
All right. After the 5-yard loss, 2nd down and 15 at the Pell City 37-yard line. Number 4 drops back to pass, has an open receiver, and almost intercepted. Went through the hands of number 2, and I don't think the Hornets saw it go through his hands, and it hit 2 of them in the helmet.
Yeah. Connor Griffin had a nice hit there and really jarred the ball loose. I thought the receiver was going to catch it, but Connor Griffin had a nice hit there, knocked the ball loose. It's going to bring up, should be 3rd and long here.
All right, number 22 now comes out in a 4-receiver package.
The old diamond.
Yeah, the old diamond. 4 receivers out here to the left, 1 receiver to the right. So it's empty formation for Pell City. If I had to guess, Richard, they're going to throw the ball out here to number 22. And they got us outnumbered right now. It's 4-on-2. Quarterback drops back to throw. Fumbles the ball and has to go down. And I don't know how they didn't call him down. They thought he was on his knee when he picked the ball up. It wasn't a bad snap. He had the ball and literally just dropped the ball on the ground. But, hey, Chelsea Hornet fans, we'll take it.
Yeah.
That's a loss of about 7 on that fumbled snap. And that's going to bring up 4th down and about 24 yards to go for a first down. They're back to the original line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line.
And their quarterback is also their punter, number 4, Mitchell Gossett. He's a junior. He just dropped the ball. Maybe his hands are cold. It'd be nice for him to drop this one, too.
All right, snap is good. Punt is away. Just a little spiral low, and hits the ground at about the 45-yard line. And we're chasing it, and if I'm coaches, I'm screaming. Yeah, Coach calls, he hollered, get away from the football.
Right.
It was a low drive kick. I watched him warm up, Richard. He can punt the fool out of the ball, and he booms it.
Yeah. That's something, the ball's just rolling around there. That's a good use of onomatopoeia there, Franklin.
Hey,
yeah.
That's right.
Sorry, I missed my cue there.
Yeah, you did.
But that ball's bouncing around. It's oblong. It could have bounced up and hit LG in the foot.
Could have. All right, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Collier in the pistol formation moves to the right. Turner pitches it to Collier around the right end, and Collier just about, I'm not sure what number 6 is doing. Will Peacock was on the block, and that's one of those you got to go right or left of that block right there. And Collier, I think, once he realized where the block was, it was too late.
Yeah, he was locked up with a guy, and he just he didn't do a good job of Collier didn't do a good job of reading the block.
No, that one it wasn't. All right, no gain, no loss. Bring up second down and 10. Ball is at the Hornet 34-yard line. Lando Nichols comes in motion, handed to Collier over the right side, and he's got a hole, and he picks up about 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on the spot. Well, it looks like it's going to be more of a gain of about 4 on that play. Ran over those two seniors, Mark Moody and Logan Brazier, over that right side. Hornets come out 3rd and 5 here. Trips left, single receiver right. The ball's on the near hash mark. Chelsea's going from left to right. If you're looking at your radio, Pell City's showing the blitz here. Both inside linebackers are walked up in this 3-man front. Turner Griffin calls the snap, throws a quick pass out to Lando. Lando makes one guy miss, cuts back out to the left, and he's going to be brought down after a pickup of maybe 2, Richard, on that short screen pass.
Yeah, you talked about that big defensive end right there, number 8. Number 8, Clayton Rich. Coach said that we're going to play against some big linemen. Number 8 comes in there at 6'4", 205. I think he's more than 205.
Yeah,
he may be 255.
Yeah, he looks thick.
That nose guard was one that you said had Dunlap syndrome. He's a big hoss too, but I don't have his numbers on me right now. But
might not could have got it on the paper. But here we go. It's going to be 4th down and a short one. Good opportunity for a fake punt here.
Something we hadn't seen this year.
Yeah, we hadn't seen any fakes. Low snap. Jacob Boyle picks it up, gets the ball away, end over end. It's going to hit about the 30-yard line. It takes a Chelsea roll.
Oh, nice roll.
All the way down. It's inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. So great roll. That punt went every bit of 49 yards.
Wow.
So one of the better punts Jacob Boyle's had this year. So great job. And hey, remember Coach Sims used to tell us all the time, it don't matter how pretty it looks, it matters where it stops when the roll stops.
That's right. Let it roll. Hit it and let it rush. A lot of times they do that a little rugby style. I'm not a big fan of it, but
No, I'm not either.
But you know what, though? It works, I guess.
All right, Richard. So far we've had two punts, 2 different drives. Pell City comes back out to take control of the football on the far hash mark. The ball is marked at the 12-yard line of Pell City. And they come out and trips left, single receiver right. Number 22 is in the backfield. Number 23 motions into fullback position. Handed off number 22 over the right side, and he is met. And I think you're right, Richard. I think Chelsea has decided, hey, there's a challenge on the field, and that challenge is wearing number 22, and we're going to stop him because so far he's toted it twice and ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you what, and it goes back to last week, and I asked Coach about it Tuesday night at the coach's show, is our defensive front is dominating most offensive lines right now.
Yeah.
And that's giving our linebackers a chance to run and get to the football and lay some good licks.
Jamie Gandy getting some early playing time tonight as a sophomore. Number 4 drops back to pass and throws an incomplete pass. I'm not sure the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page. So after the incompletion, it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Panthers here with 7:09 left to go in this first quarter of play.
Well, yeah, when I was driving Jackson to Bible study this morning, he said that that Jordan Smith had been fired by Coach Ellison to start tonight, so that's why Jamie started.
Okay, well, good. Not good for Jordan, but quarterback rolls to the right. Matt Fan on the chase. Here comes Todd Justice. Todd just misses him, and he tries to throw back across his body, and I don't think he was successful. Have they marked the football? Okay, they marked it incomplete.
Yeah.
So after Todd Justice and Matt Fant, Matt came on a blitz on the outside. Great call by Coach Ellison. Blitzed right into the rollout and made him turn back the other direction.
Todd just kind of overran it. His aggressiveness kind of took him out of the play that time. But luckily forced another punt. Should get decent field position out of this.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 11 here. Pell City is punting from their own 11.5, maybe 12-yard line. And LG and Lando Nichols both standing with their toes on the 50-yard line. I say that, and LG and Lando walk up to the 45, 44 of Pell City because they're not expecting a big punt.
I'm not sure why the play clock wasn't started.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. All right, so Chelsea looks like they're in a punt safe. Good snap. Punt is away. Nice spiral high. No fair catch. Well, I didn't see a fair catch called.
Must have been way early because I didn't see it either. But
well, he called it early, but that's okay. Like you said, get the field position. Don't take a chance, risk a fumble. So Chelsea's going to take over 1st and 10 at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was and that's set up by that nice 49-yard punt that Jacob Boyle had a while ago. That kind of flipped the field here, and here Chelsea has the ball right on the edge of the C, heading towards the end zone.
Yep, ball sitting between both hash marks right here. Desmond Battle, the senior fullback, checks in the game. Oh, Doug Pate's got to come out of the game.
Or Doug.
Colton Smith. Doug Wood.
Doug Wood.
And it's because he's got those bands on.
Yeah.
It's either his knee pads are pulled too
Yeah.
high or he's got them bands on. You know, they've been pretty strict on that all year. So the sophomore Holton Smith, we talked about it early, checks in the game, and he was going to get some playing time with Reggie being hurt tonight. Little counter play right here over the right side. Collier to the right side, and Collier gets his jersey grabbed after he picks up about 3 yards right there. Look who's down the field blocking, Logan Brazier.
Yeah.
He's had a high motor all year long where he chases those guys and blocks them.
Well, that's that linebacker. He's driving that linebacker 20 yards downfield. The linebacker's pointing at Logan like, you know, that shouldn't be happening, but it did, and you got to just man up. And if you don't like it, do something about it.
Yep. So after a gain of about 3,
Well,
Greg Robertson give me a look in the radio booth here. So after a gain of 3, little I formation, handed the ball to Desmond Battle. And Richard, we hadn't seen that all year, and we've seen the wishbone, we've seen the inverted wishbone, but we hadn't seen the I formation. And they worked on it this week in practice. So after that pickup of about 2 yards, it's going to be 3rd and 5. And I'm not sure. Did they call a timeout? No. So equipment check for Desmond Battle. They're making him come out. I guess something happened to his helmet.
And I want to apologize to Desmond, too. We left him off. He was not on the roster that we were using. Desmond is a senior this year as well.
Okay, yeah, he sure is. All right, Richard, 3rd and 5, ball sitting at the 40-yard line. Twins left, Twins right. Collier moves to the left. And, that was close to being offsides. Turner Griffin, the quarterback, tried to draw the defense offsides, and it almost worked. But we see where they're coming from now. The outside linebacker, middle linebacker's coming. So, little play-action pass. Turner looks to throws a quick pass to number 9, Douglas Wood, for a first down. Douglas on a nice comeback route
he
right
loves
there.
I'm telling you, he runs a great comeback route. And it was a nice bullet thrown by Turner Griffin right there, right on the sideline. And Douglas did a good job of getting his feet in bounds for the completion and the
280 Medical Supply first down.
There you go, Franklin.
All right, after the first down, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of Pell City. Still same formation, Twins right, Twins left. Ball handed to fake to Collier, and Turner calls his own number and runs to the right side. If Michael could have just held his block just one little second longer right there, we could have got the edge.
Yeah, we've got to do a better job of blocking on the edge right there. That's twice now we've tried to get outside. We did that the other night against Calera, but we're just not able to do that so far tonight is get out there on the edge.
All right, pick up of 3 yards. Going to be 2nd and 7 right here for the Hornets. Same formation, near hash mark. Twins right, Twins left. Turner trying to see who's coming, who's not. And I looked like they were in a press coverage right there, Richard. And when Turner called his cadence right there, the corners backed off, which tells you they're probably in a cover 3 right there. All right, ball snap. Looking to throw across the field. Throws a fade out to Lando Nichols and jumps. And I think it's picked off, Richard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Turner thought it was a cover 2, and it was actually a cover 4 there. Turner saw it through a fade. Lando kind of ran a little bit of a skinny post there.
Yeah.
It was inside, and then the receiver, it was kind of overthrown too, and the receiver just out jumped.
Because
Lando for the ball.
I thought Lando had good position. It looked like Lando mistimed his jump a little bit, and after mistiming the jump, I think the kid behind him playing defensive back just jumped up over him and caught it. Because I thought for a minute, I said, well, Lando's got position. He can actually catch this.
Yeah, like you said, I think he did. It just either the corner had a couple of inches on him, or like you say, he just mistimed his jump.
All right, after the turnover, and you said it earlier, we can't have any turnovers tonight. Pell City comes out 1st and 10 at their own 20. Twins right, single receiver left. Ball handed to number 22 up the middle, and he's got a hole. And, Richard, that's the biggest run of the night for him. He picks up about maybe 9, even 10 on that carry.
Yeah, it's going to be enough for a first down. Next, we'll give him 11 on that. We cannot let him get a full head of steam because he's hard to bring down.
Richard, that's a 280 Medical Supply first down for the Panthers. They've moved the ball up to their own 31-yard line. 4:30 left in this scoreless first quarter. Pell City has the ball 31-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Twins left, single receiver right. Handed number 22. And we bring pressure off that left side, and he ain't going nowhere.
Big Cole Berryman right there leading the hit right there. He had got a hold of him, got him a little low right around the waist, and then we had some guys, Wesley Pouncey and Jamie Gandy, were able to help Cole get him down. So for a loss of about 2, Ray.
Richard, I tell you earlier on that offensive possession, Holton Smith came in because Douglas had to bring his knee pads. And when Douglas came in, we kept 4 receivers in. With the injury of Reggie Fisher, we kept Holton in the game, which was good to see him be out there. So, anyways, all right, after the tackle for a loss, the ball handed number 23 on a little fullback dive, and he goes nowhere. I think they used 22 as a decoy, run him out of the backfield, and they hand it to the fullback for no gain. So other than that one big run, Chelsea's defense has done a really good job on the run.
Yeah. Again, Colby Clements, Wesley Pouncey, and number 23 is a little shaken up there.
The fullback.
He just needs to go off the field. They've already whistled it dead. He just needs when he doesn't want to go off, but he's got to.
Yeah, he does.
But there comes Jamie Gandy, the sophomore who got the start at defensive end, and I guess Jordan Smith is unfired. Because he's back on the. He's rehired, as Coach Ellison would say.
3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Richard, I guess he was sitting out for
8.5
minutes. All right, so trips left, single receiver right. The single receiver, Richard, I don't know if you know, excuse me, they're in empty formation. Number 22 is in the slot formation. So 3rd and 11, maybe a short 12 here. Quarterback straight drop back, looks to throw, has to step up under some pressure. Makes one guy miss, but Todd Justice hit him right in the back. He slowed down to avoid a guy, and Todd hit him right in the back. You know that had to hurt.
Oh, yeah. Stephen Fant was breaking down to make the tackle, and the quarterback slowed down a little bit, and Todd Justice converged, and he never slowed down. He ran right over him like a Mack truck.
All right. Either we're missing somebody or LG's not going back to help return punts.
I don't see LG.
I don't either.
I think we only have 10 guys on the field.
We got 11.
We got 11. I think they've changed up. Might be coming after it this time. Punts going from the 35-yard line. It looked like we tried to bring a little pressure that time, and the ball's going to hit and roll. I'd like to see us get away from it.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't
Lando
do that.
Nichols. It's scary when you do that.
Why?
Lando jumps on the ball at the 30-yard line as a coach. Your heart skips a beat because there's just no point.
Well, and it didn't have a whole lot of momentum either. It was starting to die. And because if that ball if he misplays it and it bounces out, Pell City's going to, jump on that. They can't return it. It's a dead ball right there, but it would be their ball.
Well, Richard, Chelsea will take over 1st and 10 at the far hash mark at their own 30-yard line. 2:37 left to go in this first quarter. And it's been a defensive battle so far. And both teams giving up about 30 points a game. And neither one of them as of yet has broken. They've both bent a little bit, but no breaking. All right. The ball handed to Collier Blair up the middle. Collier jumps a guy. Great move right there. He's even as short as he is, he has some athleticism where he can jump. And he literally jumped over the pile and picked up about 4 or 5 yards on that.
And Ray, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go, we'll score this first quarter as our first flag on the play.
I don't know if they can call Collier for jumping.
Sideline warning
against
on Pell
Chelsea.
City.
That's on Chelsea.
No, it was on Pell City. It was on their side.
Okay.
I don't think you can hurdle. There's a rule. I think. Well, I don't want to tell you the wrong rule. There is a hurdle rule. You can jump, but I think if the guy's up, you can't. I don't know. It's maybe Jason Berryhill can text us the rule there.
They gave him 6 yards on the carry. Lando Nichols on the speed sweep around the right end. Lando scored last week on this play, and this time he did not. Once again, as much as I love Mr. Peacock, number 84, he's doing a good job of being stagnant with his block. He's just not driving the guy, and so our receivers and running backs have got to do a better job of cutting off that edge right there.
Well, Pell City runs at 3-4, which is similar to our 3-5, and number 6 is a walked-up outside linebacker, and he's doing a good job of getting off the block and sealing the outside. All
right, 3rd and 2 for the Hornets. The ball, off sides by Pell City. So finally, for the first time, we drew the Pell City Panthers off sides, and that was 3rd and 2. The ball was at the 37, so after the penalty, it'd be marked to the 43-yard line, and it's going to be a 280 Medical Supply first down. Richard 280 Medical Supply is a woman-owned and locally operated company specializing in braces, catheters, and full line of medical equipment. 280 Medical Supply, 678-8755. All right, 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the 43-yard line. Fake to Collier Blair. Turner rolls to his left, hits Lando Nichols. He's already got a gain of about 7 yards before he's knocked out of bounds, maybe even 8 yards on that pickup, Richard.
Yeah, he was trying to juke a guy over there, and I think if he had just kept on running forward, he would have got the first down. He had it, but then he tried juking. He was brought down short of the first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1, right?
Yeah, they gave him 9 yards on the reception. So nice play action pass right there from Turner to senior. Richard. So Chelsea's going to have twins right. Peacock is in at tight end. He's going to be on the line of scrimmage. And the receiver to the left, Collier moves to the right. Now he slides over from right to left. The ball on the far hash mark. Straight drop back pass, though. Quick pass to Lando. Lando makes the guy miss. Ooh, he gets hit hard by number 56, but he picks up another 280 medical supply first down.
Yeah, I'm telling you that I'm not trying to be like I'm a guru or anything, but I'm telling you, we had some success with Turner and Lando Nichols all the way back to 7th grade against Pell City.
Well, you said it. It's what tied the game up.
Yep.
Same formation, twins right, tight end in the ball game. Lando goes in motion. Play action right here. Kept it himself. Kind of like a midline. He fakes it to Collier and then follows Collier, but didn't pick up. I don't know if he gave him a yard. They give him a yard on that?
Yeah,
maybe.
looks like maybe a yard.
Maybe.
Yep.
50 seconds left to go in this first quarter, Richard.
You know what Lando reminds me of? Reminds me of an offensive version of Dylan Seabolt.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Speaking of Dylan,
Yep.
Dylan, the Seabolts go up Tuesday, and
Yep.
they get to bring him home Wednesday or Thursday next week. Excited about Dylan coming home. All right, second down and a long 9, short 10, however you want to look at it. They gave him a half a yard on that. Twins right, single receiver left. Collier to the right of Turner. Turner calls for the snap, play action, looks to throw, steps up, rolls to his left. He's being chased by number 56. Just throw it away, and he does. He does a great job and just throws it away to save the yardage right there. Smart play by the senior quarterback with 10.7 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, he did a good job. He found a receiver in the general vicinity and just threw it over his head out of bounds there. Number 56, that you mentioned a while ago with a big hit, was breathing down in his neck there, but was able to get rid of it without getting a sack. So it was going to bring up third and 9, like you said, with about 10 seconds left to go.
Good coverage by Pell City there. Chelsea chains formation, twins left, twins right, ball in the near hash mark, sitting at the 43-yard line. Throws to Collier. Collier makes a guy miss. He's at the 35, 30. He's gone, Richard. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Chelsea. Great play right there. They threw a little swing pass to Collier on the short side of the field. Great blocking this time by the receivers, and it's going to put 6 on the board, Richard.
Yeah, that was a great play, and I'm sitting here.
Looking
Sorry, I'm
for flags.
distracted. Well, I was looking for flags. Logan Brazier and number 2 and number 92, they were mixing it up a little bit, and it was fun. They weren't. I mean, it wasn't anything bad, but it was just funny. And Logan just gave him the touchdown signal. So,
all right, Richard. Chelsea first one to strike blood here in this contest, and here comes the senior Desmond Battle. He was so excited celebrating if he got to run on the field for the extra point. So our extra point is sponsored by Cajun Boys and our Po Boys, the natives of Louisiana. The Donovan family brings Cajun recipe to the Deep South. They have 3 locations, one in Pelham off Highway 52. The one on Caldwell Mill just opened up today, and soon to come, the one in Chelsea. Cajun Boys and our Po Boys, 205-624-4612, or CajunBoysandOurPoBoys.com.
and Ray, that was we're going to let, once our statistician's pencil slows down, he's going to give us he's got time because that was the end of the first quarter. He's going to give us a stat recap on that drive, Ray. But I'll tell you somebody we didn't talk about earlier. Coming back next year, is we're going to have our deep snapper Xander Eccles and our kicker Cooper Neal back next year.
Yes,
so that'll be good.
Big.
Ray, let me tell you about our touchdown sponsor tonight. This Hayes Eye Center. Dr. Robbie Hayes has been serving families in Chelsea for 27 years. Dr. Hayes is a trusted member of the community and takes pride in providing exceptional eye care for his patients. Dr. Hayes is a proud supporter of Chelsea High School athletics. Hayes Eye Center, 16233 Highway 280 in Chelsea, 205-678-2020.
Greg, you got us a statistician update right there.
I do. So that was a 7-play, 70-yard drive, 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
How long was that touchdown pass?
About that long. They were on the I think they were on the 35-yard line, weren't they?
Maybe.
35, 38-yard line.
Your job is
Cut
when
his
we
check
start.
down.
Guys, there's a lot going on back here besides eating those Sour Patch.
What y'all got
things that
going on?
eat.
Y'all eating something back there?
Y'all ate 2 pounds of Sour Patch.
No, sir.
We couldn't have. There's
All right,
no
Richard.
way because there
Bob
wasn't 2 pounds in the whole bag.
Bob Kirkendall of Art Realty sponsors this kickoff by number 17, Lando Nickel. If you need help with your real estate needs, call Bob, 413-0600, or visit realtor-bob.com. All right, new quarter, starting of the second quarter will be a kickoff by Lando Nichols. He kicks it out of bounds. Chelsea with a 7-0 lead. And Richard, our second flag of the game comes out, and it's just going to be a legal procedure on kicking the ball out of bounds, which is fine.
Lando's just backing up 5 yards. He thinks they're going to make him re-kick it, but that's not automatic, I don't believe.
I'd take the ball at the 35-yard line.
That was a 42-yard pass because I had written it down there on the 42-yard line.
Thank you, Greg. Boy, David, put the money back on his account.
It's all in the details, fellas.
It is.
Well, he's just thinking about that big deal he had today.
42-yarder.
Richard, he got such a big deal today. He could buy me and you lunch for the rest of the year and not even skip a beat.
So
Not the way y'all eat.
Golf's on Greg tomorrow. Is that what
Golf's
you're
on
telling me?
Greg tomorrow. Yes.
Golf's on the brother-in-law tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't
he
have a
owes-
brother-in-law.
Chip, if you're listening,
Yeah, Chip, if you're listening, golf's on you tomorrow.
he's up.
Right. Well, I'll tell you. Go ahead.
All right, Pell City going to take over 1st and 10. They elected not to have Chelsea re-kick. So 1st and 10 for the Pell City Panthers at the 35. And Pell City elects to come out in the I formation, and it didn't work out. And I'm going to tell you something. They need to mark him way back because he broke loose of that tackle. And when he did, he regained his own ability to run. And they did. They marked him for a 5-yard loss on that play, Richard.
And Todd Justice was the first one in the backfield. He
sure
tripped
was.
him up, kind of an ankle tackle, slowed him down, and the rest of the Chelsea defense was able to converge, like you said, for that 5-yard loss.
All right, after the 5-yard loss, Pell City will have the ball in the far hash mark, still in the I formation. Single receiver left, tight end, and single receiver right, fullback in the backfield. Ball snap, play action pass by number 4, and Stephen Fance on the Stephen on the cover, or on the almost had the sack right there, and number 25 just rolled out for his tight end position, and number 4 made a great pass out here. You know, Stephen's quick and he's fast, but one thing he's not is heavy. So when he hangs on you, it's not a lot of weight hanging on you.
Right. And it was a long throw. The quarterback was trying to roll out, but Steven and Todd were there, made him stop his rollout, and barely got enough on there, and he was drugged down after the 280 medical supply first
Richard,
down.
I think somebody's opened the door down there and let the cool air
Good.
come in
I got my
tonight.
jacket on. I can handle it.
All right, 1st and 10, number 22 with the handoff up the middle after the 280 medical supply first down. And one thing they're not having is a lot of success running. So once again, that Chelsea defense is stumps at run again.
Yep. Again, first one's off the ground, or last one's off the ground. Wesley Pouncey,
Todd
Justice, all the linebackers. That time we had 10 guys getting to the football, and that happens because they gave them a pretty good spot, though.
Yeah, they did.
But it happens because, again, it starts with dominating the offensive line. And right now that's what the line of scrimmage, and that's what our defensive line's doing.
All right, if you're just tuning in, 10:35 left to go in the second quarter. Chelsea has a 7-0 lead over the Panthers of Pell City. Number 4 throws a quick pass out here, and the receiver catches it, and he's out of bounds. Pick up about 3 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and maybe 3rd and 3 right here at the Chelsea 46-yard line, depending on the spot. Yeah, there we go. Good spot by the officials there. So after that pickup, it's going to be 3rd down right here. So what we got to have is we got to. Donna's asking, did the Sour Patch Kids make it to the game? We've only talked about them 100 times. I take it that means Donna's just tuned into the game.
They made it to the game, but they would not make it out of this press box.
No, they won't make it out of here. All right, 3rd and 3, ball snap, hand to number 22. Richard, he's got some nice cuts, and he makes a 280 medical supply first down. That's on the second running first down of the game for Pell City. But number 22, you can see him. He looks like an athlete. Reminds me a lot of myself when I was a senior.
Well, he comes in about 5'10", 170.
Oh, really?
That's about how big. Yeah.
I was about 180, 185.
Well, he's slim.
He
can turn sideways.
Did I look that good when I was a senior?
We were about
We
the
both
same
did.
size, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball hand number 22 again, and he goes nowhere. Great job by the defense front. Once again, Todd Justice, Wesley Pouncey, Jordan Smith. They're all over. Wesley was hanging at his legs when he come through the line of scrimmage. Once again, a great job by that defensive front. 9:54, 9:53 left to go in the second quarter. Pell City has crossed into Chelsea territory for the first time tonight. Single receiver right, single receiver left, both backs in the backfield. Tight end in the game. He's out in the flats. Ooh, almost. Oh, my goodness. The ball hit Stephen Fant right in the chest, bounced off of him, and the tight end happened to be standing behind him and caught the ball on the tip up and got a 280 medical supply first down.
That was an absolute rocket. I think it may have gone through Stephen
It might
Fant.
have gone through Stephen. It was a bullet.
I mean, but it did. Just bounced right up into the receiver's hands. A great coverage there. Bad read by the quarterback, but big number 8, big tight end. He plays defensive end, too. He's going both ways tonight.
All right, 280 Medical Supply, first down. The ball is at the 26-yard line of Chelsea. Same formation, twins left, single receiver right. The ball handed number 22 over left tackle, and he doesn't get hit until about 10 yards downfield. So big run by number 22.
He just glides, Ray. I mean, it's like he sees a crease and he hits it and he's gone. I mean, he's very elusive.
I might have just got the greatest text of my life. My wife just texted me, "You look way better than that in high school."
Well, of course, she's got to say that.
No, she don't have to. I don't pay her.
In high school. You're not in high school anymore.
Well, that's
Ray.
true. Now, I did look way better than that in high school. All right, another 280 Medical Supply, first down. Twins left, single receiver right. The tight end comes in motion to the right side. Both backs, ball handed number 22 again, and he's going to be brought back. Well, it looked like he was going to be behind the line of scrimmage at first, but I think he might have picked up a yard maybe.
Well, right now, Todd Justice is coming off that edge like a man possessed, and
Like
he
a
tracked him
freight train.
down. Yeah, he tracked him down from the back, and because it's a slow developing play, and Todd's able to get down there from his backside defensive end position and drag him down after a pickup of 1.
Donna said we need to be nice to her because she was not able to hear us earlier. Donna, we have mentioned we have been so thankful. We've oozed all over those Sour Patch Kids about how you brought them and you're not here, and we are so thankful for one Donna Bowles. All right, 2nd and 9 right here. Ball handed, play action pass. Number 4 looks downfield, throws it, goes through the hands of number
There's
20.
a flag.
Either it's going to be a face mask or it's going to be a hold. Yeah, hold on Pell City. Good. I couldn't tell if Colby Clements got a piece of the face mask, but number 4 did a really nice job on the play action. And when he rolled right, Colby didn't bite on it, and he came right and almost had the sack.
Well, I tell you, he threw to this number 9, this receiver right here, and he was really in triple coverage. Big number 8, the big 6'4" defensive end that we talked about earlier.
Playing tight end too.
He was playing tight end. He just ran a drag across the back of the end zone, and not that he was open, but when he's 6'4" and your safety's coming in
How
at
do you miss
5'10",
him? Yeah.
you just throw it up there and let him go up and get it. But I'm glad he didn't. But that's what I would do.
All right, Richard, after the spot foul, it's going to bring up 2nd down and a country mile, which is better known as about 23, 24 yards.
That's a penalty.
It is a penalty. They broke the huddle with 12, and I think they've called timeout. Pell City's
there's
going to call
confusion.
timeout. Richard, tell us about our timeout.
Let me tell you about our timeout sponsor. That's Ridgecrest Homes. Ridgecrest Homes has a passion for people. It's this passion that has made them one of the most respected home builders in Central Alabama. With 20 years of experience in the home building industry, Ridgecrest Homes has built hundreds of homes in multiple communities throughout Birmingham, Auburn, and Montgomery. Ridgecrest Homes is currently building in the Adams Ridge neighborhood, located off Old Highway 280 behind the Publix in Chelsea. Next Saturday is November 10th.
Did you say no next Saturday, November 10th?
I was reading something from last week.
Richard's like
Actually, you know what? Tomorrow, November 3rd.
Their open house.
November
tomorrow.
3rd
Yes.
is Ridgecrest Homes. Their grand opening at Adams Ridge there.
At
I
10 a.m.,
apologize
right?
about that. Yeah, 10 to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
At Adams Ridge.
Adams Ridge. I apologize. I was reading last week, so we didn't have Miss Donna here to give me an updated version of this, which I know she texted us yesterday for a picture of this, and neither one of us had our binders
I
for
was
it.
driving. I didn't have mine.
So I'm going to change that.
All right, Richard, after the
to
timeout,
tomorrow.
number 22 comes in motion to hand it to him on the speed sweep around the left end. Great job by the Chelsea Hornets pushing him out of bounds. My goodness, is he still going?
I believe he is.
I thought he stepped out of bounds way back there. No, he didn't. But he only picked up about half the yards. He picked up about 13 yards on that play. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Well, if he'll put the spot in, okay. It's going to be 3rd and 10, Richard, from the Chelsea 13-yard line. So I don't know what kind of kicker Pell City has. I didn't see him warm up. The punter did pretty good. All right.
It's going to be 3rd and 10. But, if they don't have a good kicker, this is 4-down territory here,
I
obviously.
agree. All right, trips right. The trips receiver moved to motion. So twins right, single receiver left, 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking for a guy in the end zone. Has a guy, but short. Stephen Fan on the tackle. Not sure why on 3rd and 10 you throw a 2-yard pass, but hey, congratulations to Chelsea on a bad play by Pell City.
Yeah.
And Pell City is going to attempt a field goal. Number 46 coming in the game to kick the field goal here.
And he's jogging out, practicing his kick. So I'm going to say he's probably a pretty good kicker.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 27-yard field goal from the right hash.
See if I can get a name and I got an idea of what his name might be, but what's the number? 48?
46.
46. Huh? Not what I would have thought. Michael Jett.
All right, Michael Jett looks to snap. Quarterback calls for the snap. Good snap, good hold. Ball's up, and it looks to be good. And it is with 6:37 left to go in this first quarter. Defensive battle. Chelsea 7, Pell City 3. Richard, it's been a great game. It's kind of been a little different than I expected because these teams are both giving up about 30 points a game.
Yeah.
And right now, at the end of halfway through the second quarter, it's a 10 points been scored between two teams.
That's right, and it's just right now it's just a good, hard fought, game. But let me tell you about our game sponsor. Speaking of the game, Skelton's Heating and Air Conditioning. Skelton's Heating and Air Conditioning offers repair and installation services in the greater Birmingham area. At Skelton's, they believe in quality, honesty, and integrity, and that's the way they conduct their business every day. Skelton's Heating and Air offers quality work at a fair price and combines that with impeccable service. Whether it's residential or commercial, you'll appreciate the technical skill and personal commitment to putting people before profit. 205-277-6055, Skelton's Heating and Air.
Richard, our buddy Stevie Bentley. Remember Stevie?
Oh, I remember Stevie.
Graduated high school. He's listening tonight. A little cool for Stevie out there tonight. Coldest game we've had of the season, about 44, 47, 46 degrees. While we're getting ready, we got our Bob Kirkendall of Art Realty kickoff, and the ball is kicked over to the left side, and LG returns it from the left hash, and LG's got a couple of touchdowns on the year, and he's got a little seam, but then he gets brought down about the 30-yard line. For a minute, I thought he had an opening there, but it just didn't make into nothing. It just kind of closed up on him.
LG will be back next year. He's just a junior.
Yeah.
He'll be back again next year. He'll be electrifying to watch in the return game in at corner. Coop, we got Coop down there somewhere. Coop, see if you can kind of pick up on the vibe of the team down there. I know it's cold. You got a bunch of guys huddled up in different places.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I know it's not that cold, but of course I'm not down there. But see if you can pick up on the vibe down there, see how everybody's feeling. It's senior night, and right now we're playing a pretty good game.
All right. Twins left, single receiver right. Ball handed to Collier over left side. Collier goes to pick a hole, jumps in, and has to jump back out. And great job by Pell City's defense. They gang tackled him. He slipped in the hole and then jumped back out, and it didn't help him none. So just wasn't anywhere to go on that play after a loss of about 1 yard.
Yeah, at that time there were 7 white jerseys getting after Collier that time. So it tells me may have had a few missed blocking assignments.
Desmond Battle checks in the game as number 5, the sophomore Gabe Ruffin checks in. Battle checks out. I said in, but Desmond Battle was checking out. So looks like we're going to have 3 receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left. Collier's in the pistol formation as Turner tells the offensive line what the play is. 5:40, 5:41, 5:40 left to go in the second quarter. Straight drop back pass. Turner throws a nice pass to the tight end. Big target, big catch.
Peacock.
Will Peacock on a big catch right there, Richard.
Yeah, that's just using his size. And, Will's a catcher on the baseball team, so he has good hands. And he just went up high and caught that. Will comes in there about 6'1", 6'2", I believe, maybe even closer to 6'3". A big target, and Turner just threw it in there and let him go up and get it.
All right, Rich, that's a 280 medical supply first down up to the 43-yard line of the Hornets. A little high snap right there. Turner calls his own number. He breaks through the seam, Richard. He's got a guy missed. Big run right there by Turner, and it was a busted play.
Yeah.
But Turner made something out of nothing, picked up about 20 yards on the busted play for another 280 medical supply first down into Pell City territory.
Well, a lot of times when that happens, the defense relaxes, and that gives the opportunity to come up with a big play because they relax because they're like, oh, this is a busted play, and they relax just for a split second, and all of a sudden it's a big gainer for Chelsea.
All right, trips left, single receiver right. Collier moves to the left of Turner. Turner throws a quick pass to number 5, Ruffin. And Ruffin has, once again, Peacock on the block. Just wasn't quite just enough.
There's
a flag. Yeah, they finally threw a flag. Was it on Logan?
No, it was on the other guy. Unless they call offsetting, but
there was flags.
It was.
Richard.
I'm gonna tell you, it was provoked, but they may have just called it on Pell City. I don't know.
Pell City coaches up here upset because they think it's all on Pell City, and it might be on Pell City, but
Logan's sneaky. He likes to get in
there.
He is
sneaky.
He likes to. He pulls it out of him. He irritates those guys. He's so aggressive. He irritates those guys and gets in their head. But I'm not sure what we're going to
I
call
haven't
here.
seen them mark the ball either direction yet.
We were walking forward. Now we're stopped and kind of walking backwards.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure what we're going to do. Well, they're just putting us back in the line. I don't know. They're talking about it.
Yeah. There's a
If it's offsetting, just nothing to
Now
talk
they're
about.
walking it off against Pell City. Personal foul, Pell City. It's not offset. It's going to be only against Pell City, which is a break for Chelsea with 5 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Chelsea with a 4-point lead, 7-3 over the Panthers of Pell City. Been a great defensive game so far tonight. Chelsea into Pell City territory down to the 22-yard line or 27-yard line after the penalty. Ball handed to Collier on a reverse play. It's a pass. Turner looks to throw. He throws across the middle, and he throws an interception. Oh, my goodness. Richard, I'm not sure exactly what was going on. We saw it developing,
Yeah.
and there was no one open.
No.
And Turner, I think, felt like he had to throw the ball because there was nobody open. Pell City never bit on the reverse pass. We'd have been better to have kept the reverse and run it. There was
Right.
nobody out here to take the reverse. But we got a little trickery, a little too much trickery right there. We're moving the ball.
Well,
and
we-
there ain't nothing wrong with a trick
No,
play. I
uh-uh.
love trick
Oh, yeah.
plays.
Well,
But
what
it's
they
just,
did-
you just can't force it.
No, you can't force it. And what we did is we handed the ball off to Collier, who flipped it back to
Lando.
on the coming around on the reverse, and he pitched it back to
Turner.
Turner, I'll get it right in a minute. I'm confused, and I even watched it. But then we were trying to throw out of it, and like you said, he
didn't
just forced
work.
it.
All right, ball at the 23-yard line, 4 for Pell City. Handoff number 22 again, and he's met just about a yard or two after the handoff. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, but and Richard, once again, don't let me hear me. I'm not critiquing the trick
No.
play. I love trick plays, but you don't have to force it. And I think Turner just tried to force it there because he even double clutched it. He wasn't sure. He might have been better just take off and run with it.
Or just throw that thing out of bounds incomplete. And
Yeah,
just been
Pell
safe.
City looked like they were in a man defense then, and there wasn't Peacock's who he was trying to get the ball to, and it just wasn't open. All right, pick up a 4 yards after the spot. Single receiver left, single receiver right, number 22.
Todd Justice.
And Todd Justice chasing them down from behind. Todd's being recruited by some schools. I know South Alabama, he went to visit
Yeah.
them a couple of weeks ago. And, hey, there's no doubt Todd can play at the next level. He does a really good job. He's got a fast motor, and he gets after it.
Yeah, he's always he's been aggressive. He's that defensive end spot. That's perfect. He's played linebacker before. He played some tight end. We talked about some running back actually too. So he's athletic and he can get after it.
All right, 3:33 left here in the second quarter. 7-3 Chelsea with the lead after that tackle in the backfield by Todd Justice. The loss of 4. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Twins left, single receiver right, tight ends down in formation. And they're going to see Stephen Fantz coming off the edge there. And Pell City wants to talk about it because it's 3rd and 10 right here in this second quarter.
Let me tell you about our Ridgecrest Homes, our timeout sponsor. Ridgecrest Homes has a passion for people. It's this passion that has made them one of the most respected home builders in Central Alabama. With 20 years of experience in the home building industry, Ridgecrest Homes has built hundreds of homes in multiple communities throughout Birmingham, Auburn, and Montgomery. Ridgecrest Homes is currently building in the Adams Ridge neighborhood, all located off 0280 behind the Publix in Chelsea. Tomorrow, November 3rd, from 10 to 2, Adams Ridge will have its grand opening.
Stop by and see some beautiful homes. I think David was trying to sell one of them homes to the Robertson family today, and I think Tracy's going out tomorrow to pick out a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg, you'd look great in a beautiful home.
I sure
Big
would.
Adams Ridge.
Adams Ridge over
What
there.
would I
Get the-
not look good in, right?
That's a good
Let's go through
point.
that list.
That's a good point. All right, Richard, after the timeout, the ball is spotted at the 24-yard line of Pell City. They come out in twins right. Running back looked like he was moving a little early. Quarterback's rolling to his right. He's being chased by Cole Berryman.
Incomplete.
Nice play. I think they're going to give him
Nope,
incomplete
incomplete.
pass. Even if he had caught, I still think he might have been a little short.
It would have been close.
But great call right there. Defensively, Cole Berryman was chasing the quarterback down and putting a little pressure on him and made the quarterback roll a little further out than he wanted to go. That's going to bring up another 4th down for Pell City.
Yeah, nice. It'd be nice if we get a nice return
How
here.
about that? The freshman Garrison Maddox in on that last 3rd
Yep.
down play. So that shows you the confidence they have in his future.
Yep.
Got, I think, 4 freshmen dressing out tonight. Luke Stanton, Logan, Jack Bailey, and I think one more named Garrison. So, anyways, low punt right there. Chandler Pruitt's ducking like it's going to hit him in the head. The ball's already on the ground. So after the punt, it's going to be down at the Chelsea 44-yard line. And that was a punt of Greg Robertson. Oh, my goodness, we didn't call him asleep.
30 yards.
30 yards.
I'd like to see our return man come up about 5 yards.
And
Maybe
catch
one of those.
Yeah.
Those are returnable. They're not high punts. You know, those are low line drives, and get those and get some more yardage out of it.
All right, 2:57 left to go in the second quarter. Chelsea with a 7-3 lead over Pell City. A defensive battle we have here at the great site of Chelsea High School, the Hornet Stadium. Twins left, single receiver right. Collier Blair takes the handoff and looks to try and find an opening up the middle, and he finds nothing. And they blow the whistle dead. And I'd like to see a little unsportsmanlike penalty.
Yep.
They shoved Collier for no reason. The whistle had blown. And number 50, was that 55, 56, he just shoved him for no reason after the whistle. But, hey, it's football. He's got helmets on. He's got shoulder pads on.
And, the thing that impresses you about Collier is, he's a sophomore, but, he had a good freshman year last year too. But he's it.
Yeah.
As far as the guy getting the carries right now. And I know that's why coaches are trying to get Turner to run the ball a little bit. Lando's getting in the running game a little bit. So, because right now, Collier's, if it's a running back carry, it's all on Collier.
All right, Collier on the left side makes a guy miss. Coaches up here asking for a holding call. And number 3 and 13, Jacob Boyle, getting a little pushy on the sidelines, and it looks like coaches having to get between them and get them apart. So a pickup of about 5 yards. I looked at the clock, see how much time was left. Next thing I know, Collier's got the ball running around the left end. So 2 minutes left to go in this second quarter, 7-3 Chelsea with a lead. Twins right, single receiver left, tight end in the ballgame, Peacock. Collier moves to the right of Turner. It's going to be 3rd and short. Ball sitting dead on the 50-yard line.
3rd and about 5.
Yeah. Pell City in that 3-4 defense they're in.
One thing that Pell City does well on defensively, they see those outside runs and come up quick.
Yep. Ball handed to Collier over right side, and Collier makes one guy miss. He dips in, dips out. There's just not an opening. He's trying. He's dipping in and out. He's really good at that quick start and go or start and stop motion, but the problem is he can't find a seam to get through.
Well, and Coach alluded to it the other night in the coach's show. He says that Pell City is very good. They're very gap sound. They're very developmentally gap sound. That means there's somebody in every gap, and we see that play after play. And here it is, 4th and 5 on the 49-yard line, and Chelsea's going to go for it, Ray.
Yeah. 104, 103 left. There's
better hurry, 8 seconds
Yeah, they took
left.
a delay. Oh, no, excuse me, Eddie, you're right. 5 seconds, 4 seconds on the play clock. 4th and 5. Looks like Turner's.
Just going to try to get him to jump.
Coach Goodwin run up and called a timeout. No reason not to. Think about it a little bit, Richard. You got 4 yards to get a first down. I think you punt it here. Hopefully pin them down, make them drive the length of the field in under a minute. I don't think you give them a short field to work with.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting the punt team ready right there too. But you know what? You got to at least try it. See if you can draw them off sides and get a cheap first down.
No, you don't.
No, I mean when they were trying to.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, I agree with that. But I think you just go out there and punt the ball. Richard, let me tell you about our timeout sponsor.
All right.
Ridgecrest Homes is passionate for people. His passion has made them the most respected home builders in Central Alabama with 20 years experience in the home building industry. Ridgecrest Homes has built hundreds of homes in multiple communities throughout the Birmingham, Auburn, and Montgomery area. This Saturday, November 3rd, from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, Adams Ridge will be having an open house. Oh, great question. Richard comes in with another.
I'm all over it tonight.
You
Ray.
are? You are? You're
No,
on it?
no,
No,
I'm
you're not
on
on it. You're not on it. I got you. All right, Richard, after the timeout, 54 seconds left to go in this half. And it looks like the punt team is going out. I don't think you would see a fake here after the last trick play. I think Pell City's probably waiting on whatever you've got. Matter of fact, I don't even see anybody deep for Pell City. So we got an opportunity here. Nobody to return. We can dump down this ball inside the 10-yard line if we get a good punt off. Good snap. Jacob Boyle gets the punt away. Can't tell where it's going to hit. Ooh. Takes a Chelsea bounce inside the 20-yard. Is that a fly? Oh, that's just a beanbag. That's a beanbag. All right. Ball's down at the 20-yard line. Where Pell City's going to take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, yeah, Ray. 44.4 seconds left to go here in the first half. on this. The game brought to you by Skelton's Heating and Air. Right now, I would say drop back and maybe a cover 4 because they're going to come out throwing the ball. But,
Yeah,
they come out in their typical formation here, though.
I'd rather them drive 80 yards than drive 50.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 right here. Single receiver left, single receiver right, 2 tight ends, ball handed to the tailback in the backfield. And Richard, great job by wrapping them legs up. And you can't run if you can't have those legs to churn. 35 seconds, 34 seconds left to go. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tackle low. You can't tackle up high. Like you said, you get in those legs and they can't go anywhere. Looks like they're just gonna.
Yeah,
they're not gonna have to snap. Yeah, they're not gonna have to snap it. They're gonna let it run out. But Chelsea's gonna get the ball in the start the second half, and overall, we were moving the ball again to go down here, and we were in field goal range. But like you said, we forced a pass, and unfortunately, that led to an interception. But we got a 7-3 lead right here at halftime, Ray, and we've had 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
So that's going to lead us into our American Tree Maintenance halftime show. American Tree Maintenance has solutions, providing responsive monthly services with seasonal treatment. ATM has one goal in mind, making your property have the wow factor. Custom plans are created for each property. American Tree Maintenance, 205-669-1925, or call atm.com.
All right.
Greg, you got some stats for us?
Yeah. What do you want?
First
you
half
got?
stats be
Yeah.
good.
Well, I'm working on tabulating the first
Well,
half
let me
stats.
tell you-
Give me another 30 seconds.
Something that I've noticed that we've not had, and after last week it's a huge improvement, is I don't believe Chelsea's had any penalties,
No
have we?
penalties for Chelsea. 3 penalties for Pell City for 30 yards.
Just 3?
That's all they
Seems
got.
like more
Well,
than that,
that's
but-
all
That
they
doesn't
marked
seem
off.
like a whole lot.
That's
Yeah.
all they marked off.
They had that personal foul.
Yeah.
They had 1 hold, and they had the sideline warning.
Oh, that's
yeah,
it. Yeah.
That's it. Well,
Pell City band's getting ready to.
take the field.
Yeah. I tell
Greg,
you,
you got them stats.
Well, I tell you what.
He's
like a
12,
human
13,
calculator, aren't you?
13, I'm ready. You ready?
You were ready.
All right. So Chelsea had 17 plays, 98 yards, 6 minutes and 3 seconds in the first quarter. 9 plays, 49 yards, 4 minutes in the second quarter. Total was 26 plays, 147 yards, 10 minutes and 3 seconds in the first half. And then Pell City had 16 plays, 13 yards, 5:42 in the first quarter. 16 plays, 57 yards in the second quarter. 7 minutes and 30 seconds time of possession second quarter. So the total for Pell City in the first half, 32 plays, 70 yards, 13 minutes and 12 seconds. So, big thing, Richard.
yeah, what you got?
Chelsea's drive chart.
Yeah.
Punt, interception, TD, interception, punt.
Those 2 turnovers.
But we are ahead, Richard, last time I
7-3.
looked.
Yeah.
7-3 on the old scoreboard.
Right. We moved the ball well. We had the opportunity to score some. What did you say our total yards were?
Yeah, we've got 147 to their 70, so
I got
we've
you.
doubled them up.
I got you. All right, Ray. Hey, we got a treat for you guys tonight. Where'd you go, Ray? We got one of our seniors, one of our favorite seniors, one of our all-time favorite guys, Rich Barlewski. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Barleski.
Barleski. I always want to say
Barleski.
Lou. But
Always.
It's Les. How you doing?
Blessed more than I deserve. Yourself?
Well, good. You look like you're cold out there. You got
I'm a California kid, so
Yeah.
we're not used to this.
I got you. How's Andrew?
Blessed more than he deserves as well. He's healed up nicely. He'll be out of the cast. Well, he's out of his cast, but he'll be healed up in about another week or 2. So he'll
got
be
you.
out of this brace.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. You were just a couple of rows down, and I told Ray a couple weeks ago, I said, we need to get Rich up here and interview him because probably, as far as football goes, probably the one guy in Chelsea has probably played the most football than anybody.
Oh, I was very fortunate.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, Rich, I don't know if you remember, and I told this because we came on air a little early, and I was still telling the stories. You remember the Pell City game when these guys were in 7th grade?
Yes, sir.
We tied them. It was the only game we didn't lose that year. Only game we didn't lose that year. But had a chance to win it, and couldn't. But remember, if you remember, that was Turner to Lando for a huge pickup on a little slant play.
Absolutely.
And then, like I said, we weren't able to convert on that second down.
It's always been competitive
not second down, but
between Pell City and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we played them a couple more times since then, haven't we? I got you. Well, Rich, I tell you what, it was, we mentioned Andrew and being, and it was good that with him being a senior, and it was to us, it was. I know it probably felt a lot worse to you guys when we saw him go down in the Briarwood game because after last year, and he's such a good kid and a leader on the team. How has he handled it?
I'll be honest. It's been pretty interesting to watch him, having broken his fib last year in the last game, and then just to see him have the resolve to want to come back and play again, and overcome any fear or anxiety that he might have. And I was just proud of him for his desire to come back and compete, and willing to earn a starting job and get out there and play. And so from that standpoint, he handled it really well. After he broke his arm, we were all in a little bit of shock. Couldn't believe that. I think today, in the last few weeks, it's kind of beginning to hit him that his time's come. And I think he's not an emotional kid usually, but I think tonight he's going to have a little bit of a tough time.
Right.
So he's handled it really well, but long story there. But I'm very proud of him, and it'll be interesting to see how tonight goes.
Right. And you, with your playing experience, just if you don't mind, will you refresh the listeners? I know we hadn't talked much about it, but about your playing experience past high school. You had a senior night, but you probably knew, hey, this isn't the end of football for me. So, how can you help him as a dad? Because I'm going to be a senior dad here in a couple of years. What are some tips or pointers that you have as a dad that where your son's coming up on his senior year and that finality of this is the last time I'm going to strap it on and play?
It's tough. I will say the one thing that I love about football is football really encapsulates a lot of what life is. There's a lot of things that go well as an athlete and on the football field, yet there's a lot of adversity.
Right.
And I think it's that adversity and learning how to overcome those challenges are monumental learnings for life. And so there's so many things that you can take off the football field as a metaphor for life. It won't be as physical, but it will be every bit as mental, and you'll have the highs and lows, and as you turn this page to the next chapter, you have to just remember the good things and really remember the things that you learned, because those are those things that will carry you in life.
Well, that's good. That's good words of wisdom there, from a football guru.
Far from that. It's been almost 30 years.
Parenting guru, right? And that's, you're right, and that's if people have never played football before, and I say. Not just play football, but a lot of people play football in Pee Wee. But the whole middle school, high school, I think that's where a lot of your lessons that you mentioned are learned because it's different. And a lot of people are like, oh, football is just a violent sport. You can't learn anything from football. It's just a bunch of Neanderthals out there just running into each other. But like you said, there's so much more to that.
It's a big chess match, and it's the only thing in life that you will probably line up across from somebody who can physically defeat you, or you physically defeat him, and that takes mental toughness and preparedness.
Well, and speaking of mental toughness and preparedness, you ever been on a team that struggled, kind of like we have the past couple of years, or really, and I hate to say it, and I say this every week, this is a great group of seniors. They haven't been blessed with tons of victories over the past 5 or 6 years, but they're good kids, and they come to practice. Coach brags about them all the time, coming to practice and working hard and persevering and fighting through it, and they've not quit all year long, even after the struggles we had last year, the struggles we're having this year. What can you say to that?
Life is about persevering,
right?
And life's about delayed gratification. I think these kids have seen themselves improve over these years. They're a lower tiered school, but they're always fighting against bigger schools. So there's a lot of lessons to be learned of, hey, if you take care of your little things, if you come out and fight and you give the best effort that you can give, you may not win every time, But you know what? That's going to carry you to the next day. That's going to carry you to the next week. And that's how you get through it. That's how you persevere through challenges in life. It's just taking care of those little things, and every day's a battle, and you just fight your way through it.
Right. And coaches mentioned that a couple times on Tuesday nights about the battle and the way the kids fight through it, and about how the coaches are, they didn't give up. He said these kids come in, yeah, we're 0-5, 0-6, but we haven't given up. The kids haven't given up, and of course you see that, but then you got your negative naysayers around. They're like, well, yeah, but they're not winning. They're not winning. And it's not about, and we say it every week in the coaches show, it's not about the wins and losses.
No, it's about the development of these young men. It's about them preparing for life. These times will be a great foundation for them as they grow into adulthood. You can't have automatic wins. You can't have automatic successes in life without putting in the hard work. These young men, that hard work, not going to pay off today. It's not going to pay off next month. It's going to pay off in a few years. It's going to come when they're stuck in school and trying to grind through it. It's going to stick when they come to their first job and they have to learn how to work and fight and fight. It's going to learn when they become fathers and how to take care of their children. And again, it's an effort and attitude.
Yep. Well, and that's, they're probably, football is a learning experience, but, you think about all these programs that do go deep in the playoffs and are, but you know what, they're learning lessons, but if you were to put our guys up 20 years from now and look at the success that these guys are having, maybe versus these guys that are going to the playoffs deep every year or winning state championships, I would venture to say that our guys are probably going to be as successful, probably even more successful.
And it's going to be really interesting.
What's that?
We're all going to forget who went to the playoffs,
You're right.
who didn't.
You're exactly right.
Every one of these kids are going to remember who their teammates were.
Yep.
They're not going to really remember their record. They're going to remember the good times that they had on the field. They're not going to remember the plays that they made. They're going to remember the times in the locker room. They're going to remember the times that they had to fight through adversity and work through practice and how they did it together.
Yeah.
And, they're all fighting for something that's bigger than themselves.
You're right. And that's that brotherhood and that bond that they'll have the rest of their life. You can't replace it.
Cannot replace it.
Well, Rich, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. You're always a man of wisdom.
You are too kind.
No,
you are too kind.
But I appreciate you coming up on such short notice and filling our halftime with us. And
I really appreciate what you guys do and what you guys have done over the years and investing many, many hours in these young men. So thank you so much for what you guys do.
And we appreciate it, and we enjoy it. We've enjoyed it. So
it is a blessing. I envy you for that. I always enjoy spending time with the boys when we coached them when they were younger, and that's just an amazing time to be able to feed into someone's life at a young age. And they're all blessed because of the time that you spent with them when they were younger. So thank you very much for that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, let's pull off another victory.
You got it.
All right. Thank you.
Go
Rich.
Hornets. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. And that's been our American Tree Maintenance halftime. We're going to turn it over to the Chelsea High School marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the marching Hornets.
All right, thank you, Chelsea High School Marching Band. They've done a phenomenal job all year long. This is the last time we'll see them perform this year. You might get to hear them perform. They do The Greatest Showman. I don't know if you've seen it, but Richard, did you know that music's from The Greatest Showman?
Yeah, I've watched it one time
Just because why?
Just how you doing? Do what?
That's a great movie.
It really is a good movie
I was really
for a
surprised.
musical.
It really was. Greg says I'm a little sissified for liking it, but I tell you, I
Greg,
really liked it.
You're a band guy.
The music was fine, but the plot was just non-existent.
It kind of gives
I
you
thought
an
it was a
idea
true
of
story.
how the Barnum
I
and
love
Bailey
the circus.
No firearms.
Hey, let me tell you something.
No
One of the
chases,
saddest
no
days.
firearms.
I mean,
One of the saddest days of my life was when they ended the circus.
don't
I
know about
love the
that.
circus.
I
Oh
don't know
no, I
about all
love the
that.
circus.
you just
Now-
love the popcorn and the peanuts.
I love the popcorn
No.
and peanuts too.
Well, here's the deal: is I have a February birthday, and the circus always came at the end of January.
So this
So
takes
that was
you back
one of
in
the
the
things.
day.
Well, that was one of those things that we did around my birthday. Was we went to the circus.
Well,
And unfortunately, when I had kids, they didn't care for it. They were bored. Didn't have a screen in front of them.
they didn't have they got shot. So, anyways, all right, Richard, 7-3 at defensive battle. Kind of surprising me. I'll be honest with you. If I had to pick a score tonight, I would have picked a 35-28, a 35-31 game. And it's not over. Pell City 3. It's been a defensive battle. Chelsea scored on a 14 yards, and then the field goal was 27-yard field goal by Pell City. So it's been a great first half. It's a great way to end the season. Like to definitely see us come out on top unless Pell City makes some adjustments. They're not having a lot of success running or throwing. They had a big play here or there, but nothing that putting points on the board. But just so far, Chelsea's defense is doing like they have all year. They're sticking with it and playing tough. Not even having a bend but don't break attitude. It's really just been shut down defense.
Yeah. And Greg, how many yards did you say Pell City had?
Pell
the
City
first
had
half.
70 yards total.
Yeah,
Had 70 yards total, and they had 20 yards of that on two carries.
Yeah, you're
Because they've had two 10-yard rushes by number 22. But we got to keep him bottled up. Got to keep hitting him.
Greg, what's our run to pass ratio? What's our run yardage versus pass yardage? Probably about equal, isn't it?
Right? Are you really asking him to break
Well,
it down by?
I mean, they had the 142-yard pass, so they got 147 total yards, and they had another half dozen passes. So it's
Half
probably
and
about
half, yeah.
half.
So
Yeah.
pretty balanced first half.
Well,
Yeah, and Pell City had a drive of 0 yards, -1 yards, 14 yards, 55 yards, 0, and 2.
Yeah.
So other than that one run or one drive, 12-play drive where they had 55 yards and got the field goal, Chelsea's defense really held them to about 15 yards. If I do my math
yeah.
right.
And 10 of that came on one run a while ago. So
That's right.
defense is playing lights out. I don't think Pell City's passing game scares Chelsea a whole lot.
No, not a deep threat anyways.
No, and I think that because our corners are so fundamentally sound and our safeties, but them trying to run the ball kind of leads right into what we do because we do a great job of stopping the run, have all year pretty much.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean,
Richard, I checked the stands here. I've only seen one person in shorts tonight. You know who it is?
That'd be Ray Franklin.
Ray Franklin apparently does not own a pair of long pants.
Hey, look.
I
Because
own a
if you're
pair of
not going to
pants.
wear them when it's going to be 39 degrees, he's not going to wear them.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I thought about grabbing my shorts. I really did.
well, I knew
But
it would
I
be up
did.
here.
Yeah, I know. But let me tell you something. Let's go. Rich came in. Ray's got shorts on. Rich
Yeah.
Bartlett came in for the halftime a while ago. He's got on, looked like a trench coat,
Oh, man, he looked
gloves,
nice.
and a
I mean,
scarf. Well,
yes.
he
There
had to
was
dress up. His senior night. His son,
Yeah,
Andrew's
he
a senior.
looked
Who
awesome.
did Andrew Bartlett? Oh,
Talking
yeah,
about Rich.
Rich.
Is,
yeah.
and he's always,
He's snazzy.
Then
Oh,
you
he
got
is
Ray in
nasty.
here in a pair of jorts.
Jorts.
That ain't, I don't have any blue jean shorts on.
Oh, no, he's got overall jorts, aren't he? He's got a jacket on. I can't see his overall.
The reason
bib.
he wears the jorts because they're blue. They're Chelsea blue.
Chelsea blue.
So
Chelsea
he's trying to
blue.
represent.
I got you.
Well, we do thank Rich Bartlowski for coming up. We had an interview set up and it fell through. And Rich, you had mentioned him, talking about coaching the boys when they were seventh graders, and you said, hey, look at Rich. Rich did a great job. So,
Well, Rich played college ball and he played
a little pro ball.
And that's what kind of one of my questions to him was, when you were a senior in high school, you knew that this wasn't the end. You were going to get to move on and play. I said, so how do you talk to your son who's a senior? And matter of fact, he got to play basically a game and a half. That hey, his football career is over. And he just talked about the lessons and how proud he was of him. So
Yeah, that's right.
anyway, that's going to bring it. I'm sorry. that's going to bring it into our halftime sponsor. And so we thank American Tree Maintenance, who's been our halftime sponsor tonight and all season long. American Tree Maintenance has solutions, providing responsive monthly services or seasonal treatment. ATM has one goal in mind, making your property have the wow factor. Custom plans are created for each property. American Tree Maintenance, 205-669-1925, or call atm.com.
All right, Richard, Bob Kirkendall, Mark Mooney is our kickoff sponsor as Pell City sets to kick off. Chelsea with a lead. This opening second half, Chandler Pruitt with the reception. He went a little, we got flags flying up everywhere. What was crazy about that is Chandler looked like he was going to get hit, and he ducked, and the guy went right over the top of him and missed him. So Chandler's like, oh, wait, he didn't hit me. I can keep running. So
See what this is. See, two of them came flying from about 30 yards away. It's holding or blocking the back. Their coach over there is holding it front and back at Chelsea.
Yeah, he is. It might be our first penalty y'all jinxed us since it is.
I want to say it's probably blocking the back. Catch that ball. Great catch by Doug. It's good to see him progress as a receiver this year.
All right, Chelsea with a 7-3 lead here. Start the third quarter. Twins right, Twins left. Chelsea moving from right to left on your radio dial. Second play from scrimmage is handoff to Collier, and Collier's met at the line of scrimmage, and he does a great job. Backs up away from the line of scrimmage and runs around to the right and picks up about 5 yards. That's going to be a great little run. And at first, he had nowhere to go.
And he put it in reverse.
He did.
I mean, he really just backpedaled about 3 or 4 steps, and then away from the nose guard, and then was able to get around the right edge there. He got 5 yards when he probably would have lost a yard or so.
All right, Doug Wood moves to the right side of the field. They flip the formation. Paul Gibbs trips right. Now it's going to be trips left again. Single receiver right. The ball's on the far hash mark up to the 42-yard line of Chelsea. Collier Blair in the pistol formation to the right. Turner looks to throw the pass, and it's tipped. Looks like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. You couldn't tell, but Charlie Parkinson's guy got a big push up on him. And that guy, that's that big number 56. See how big 56? I bet he's 6'3", 6'4".
Their roster that I got.
Where's that little book I
Well,
gave
it doesn't have the sizes on it.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
It does not have their sizes.
Well, he's 6'4". Charlie's 6'2".
Yeah.
And
Charlie's a big dude.
Yeah, he's taller than Charlie for sure.
He's playing that defensive end. Looks about like Todd Justice out there. He may be a little taller
he's
and leaner.
Taller and leaner. Yeah, he is. All right, after the incomplete pass, it's going to be 3rd and 5 at the 42-yard line of Chelsea. Still same formation. Trips left, Twins right. Turner looks to throw, throws a quick pass across the middle to Collier Blair. Throws it just behind Collier for an incomplete pass. And, Richard, we were talking today. I think we've completed that pass probably about 5 or 6 times this year where Collier just runs a seam up the middle.
Yeah.
And that time right there, it was just a little behind Collier. And for the incomplete pass, going to bring up 4th down, bring up the punt team.
Yeah. You know, after that one big play by Doug Wood and Turner Griffin, we kind of got our wheels stuck in the mud.
Yeah, we did. All right. Xander Eccles, a sophomore on the snap. Good snap. Jacob Boyle set the punt. Jacob with a nice punt. End over end, going to hit about the 35-yard line and take a hop. And we got Chelsea people and Pell City people hitting each other. Yeah, there's a flag.
That's going to be on. I'm going to say that's
that
probably
could be offsetting right there. Michael Gibbs out there was tangled up with somebody. You couldn't tell. It didn't look like Michael did anything, but you never know.
No, well, there was a pop, but then Pell City guy came running from about 15 yards away. Hit Michael, got in his face. So we're going to see what they call here. It may be getting a little chippy.
Yeah, 10:32 left. Chelsea 7, Pell City 3, and the White Hats walk into the midfield, and he's going to say personal foul against Pell City. If he's going to signal, it is going to be offsetting.
No, it wasn't offsetting.
He moves like Moses did when
Yeah.
he held the staff up. I mean, he held
Pardon
that.
the Red
I mean,
Sea.
he parted the Red Sea. It probably took Moses about 30 minutes to hold that staff up to part the Red Sea. When that official raised his hand, and I thought, well,
What's it going to be?
is it Louise? I'm coming home, or was it
It's
Wheezy?
the big one.
It's the big one.
It's
Wheezy.
the big one.
Wheezy. All right, after the penalty, 1st and 10 for Pell City. Looks like they're at their own 16-yard line on the far hash mark. 10:32 left to go in this third quarter. Chelsea with a 7-3 lead. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Running back in a pistol formation behind the quarterback. Play action pass from 4, drops back to pass, throws a bullet across the middle and just out of the reach of the defender and the receiver for Pell City, number 3. Pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, Nolan Forehand was on coverage that time. Brad, I'm a little disappointed we've made it 10 games in, and that's our first Sanford and Son reference we've had.
I used to like Sanford and Son. But you watch them now. I watched an episode of the Jeffersons the other day.
So dumb.
No, Richard, the Jeffersons was pretty funny. All right, Twins right, Twins left. The ball handed number 22 up the middle. He's got a little running room, Richard. He's crossed the at the 25, 30-yard line. It's going to be a 280 medical supply first down. His 3rd biggest run of the game, maybe his biggest run of the game. And he's going to pick up another first down.
Well, that was going to the left there, and we overran it, and he cut back to the right and was able to pick up enough for the first down.
What you got, Greg?
Matt Bailey updated it's Elizabeth, not
Elizabeth.
Wheezy.
Thank
Wheezy
you.
was
Thank you,
on the
Matt Bailey.
Jeffersons.
Oh, you got
Wheezy,
you
yes.
got your 1970s shows mixed up a little
Thank
bit.
you, Matt
didn't we?
Bailey.
Oh,
that's gonna
looks like
be-
Pell City moved early on that.
Well, Chelsea had we did a little shift, or a little line shift to the right there, a little slant, or not slant, but just a little shift, and that drew the right side of Pell City's offensive line offside or in legal procedure.
Elizabeth.
I tell you what, the one thing that was nice last week at the clear game, and it's a good thing that the referee had his was mic'd up. I would like to see that in all high schools.
Yeah, I would too. All right, after the 5-yard illegal procedure penalty, 1st and 15 for Pell City at the 25-yard line. Twins left, single receiver left. Pell City trying to draw Chelsea off sides. It did not work. Running back offset to the right. Number 22 over the left side, and he goes nowhere. He's tripped up. But who's riding his back right there? I can't tell. Might have been Cole Behrman. But maybe Matt Fant, one of the 2 linebackers. They came on a blitz, and they caught him from behind. So that's a big play by Chelsea, just giving up a couple of yards, maybe 2.5 yards on that first down play. So it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Pell City has taken over. They're kind of like they've struggled some on first down tonight. They've had some negative plays on first down, which has helped our defense.
Twins right, single receiver left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Quarterback rolls to his right. Those are quick strikes to number 9. And on the tackle right here is Stephen Fant. He had one opportunity to get him and missed and kept hustling and caught him on the 2nd time.
Yeah, he didn't give up, and that's that perseverance and fight that he has. And Kobe Clements came and helped clean it up. Kobe's got a little gimpy. He may have a stinger on that right shoulder. It's kind of hanging a little bit.
Those hurt.
Yeah, they do, and it's cold out there, and you go in there and get a stinger on that shoulder. It's hard to play. They may need to get him out.
Richard, after that pass play, it's going to bring up a 280 medical supply first down. Ball's going to be up to the 41-yard line of Pell City.
What are we talking about here?
Well, I'm not sure what's going on. Colby's coming out.
Yeah, that arm's just kind of hanging there.
So
a
what
little
happens is Matt Fant moves over to the Mike linebacker, and then Cole Behrman slides to the left, and Logan Shores comes in. So good to see the young Logan Shores come in the game, and hopefully Colby's okay, and it is just a little stinger on his shoulder.
But those things, it's just like having a dead shoulder.
It
You
is.
can't move it. It's awful.
All right, Pell City's going to I formation. Twins left, single receiver to the right. I formation, fullback, tailback. Ball handed number 22. He bounced over to the left end. He's got a seam. We came up inside. He's going to get a big gain on this one. Chandler threw it. He'll hopefully get him out of bounds. He scores. He does. We bounced inside. He bounced outside. Richard, that was a good play. He's a ball player. Just a matter of time. Oh, that should have been penalty number 4. Just look. The dueling pistols, yeah.
Well, it's not like he did anything. He handed the ball off to number 22, let him do his work. I mean, he took it 60 yards for a touchdown.
Well, and that's the one thing we've done a really good job up the middle. All right, snaps. good, holds good, kicks good. So with 8:30 left to go in the third quarter, down to 7. Number 4 is still, y'all looked over the sideline. He looked over after that score like he's done something special. Coach Ellison met half the team out there. Guess who he goes after? Logan Shores. Todd Justice is hollering at Logan Shores. But here's the deal. The thing is, it ain't one person's fault.
No.
We've said it all year. It's not just one person's fault.
Well, and it's hard. I mean, you played some, like you said, there's 3 other guys outside. You got a corner that came inside.
Yep, corner ran a slap
you got
inside.
a safety over there, and you got a safety who should be. So you have 3 other guys that should be getting there. Now I get it. Everybody has a responsibility, and everybody's got to do their part. If one person lets the team down, it's going to hurt everybody.
Yep. Can't blame just one guy.
No.
And you're right. He's. I know he's mad, but he needs to focus that energy on more than one person, not just one guy. But defense has been playing great up until that play, and it happens. Todd's still down there chewing on Logan. Let that ball go out of bounds. Oh my goodness. LG caught the ball and stepped out of bounds about the 15-yard line. If you've got to go to that close to catch it, let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Hey, Coop, we hadn't come to you much down there. How's the attitude coming out at halftime right there with a 7-3 lead, and now we're down 10-7? Has the attitude shifted much?
Well, Richard, the attitude, I mean, it's very flat on the sideline.
Because of the weather.
They're cold, huh?
They are cold.
Well, they need to get going.
Look at Coop, he got his head. He's cold too.
Hey, if you find out, make sure Kobe's okay. Just kind of make sure it's just a stinger. Make sure they get back to listening.
Bouncing outside, hit on the guy. Literally, the defensive back number 3 had Jacob Boyle's shoulder pads in his hand and was pulling him back. I don't know how you don't call that right there, especially on our sideline. Give us the benefit of the doubt. You see what I'm talking about? He literally had his hand on his shoulder right there.
It was impeding Jacob being able to get out to the football. But nonetheless, they didn't call it, so it's 3rd and about 7.
All right, 3rd and 7 right here. Turner looks to throw left, throws back left. He looked right and turned back and threw left. And even if it had called him, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Because they slipped out that little tunnel pretty quick. So Jacob Boyle takes the gloves off after the ball goes through his hand. And he has to set up the punt. Kick down. I mean, we look like we're flat. Well, Cooper's right. We look flat on offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's, we got to step it up. And, we haven't been able to get the edge like we did last week against Calera. And we haven't had success with the ball.
Boyle kicks it in the ring. It is not a good punt. Goes out at the 40. That's about 18-yard punt. So if there was ever a time we needed to get that, so not a good punt at all right there. He just needed a 50 at that one.
So good news is Kobe Clemens is back out there. Steven Vance has slid back out to his outside linebacker position there. Got to have a stop here. We don't want to go down with 7.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We can't go down. We don't need to go down 17-7.
quarterback gets checked back in the game for Pell City. And 22 is a weapon. You said he had 400 and some odd per all-purpose yards. 464 all-purpose yards last week. Richard, that's half of what most people
That's a whole team.
Yeah, it is. All right. Twins left, single receiver right. Quarterback rolling to his left. Throws a quick strike and out of the hands of the receiver. It's going to bring up third down. Really should have been caught by the Pell City receiver, but dropped it.
Yeah, once again, we got Pell City behind the chains on first down. And so it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. But we had this a while ago, and we let them pick up a first down. We got to get a stop here. This would be a huge stop by our defense as Wesley Pouncey's coming out. Jamie Gandy checks in at defensive end, and Todd Justice has slid over to nose guard.
Yep, going to bring it 3rd and 11 right here. Big stop with 6:39 left. Chelsea 7, Pell City 10. Pell City's in double twins. Twins left, twins right. Quarterback looks, hands side, kind of an odd call, but it tells you right here, Richard, this is 4-down territory for them. I bet you they're going for it right here.
Yeah. Well, you call that an odd call, but basically they ran the same play they ran a while ago. He took 60 yards.
Yeah, you're right.
So you put the ball in your playmaker's hands and let him do something with it. And that time he got about half of what he needed. Well, yeah, he got picked up about 3 or 4 yards that play. So it's going to bring up 4th and, well, they keep moving the box. So they're 4th and
8.
About 7, yeah, 8.
Yeah. All right, 6:06 left here in the third quarter. Chelsea 7, Pell City 10. It's 4th and 8 for the Pell City Panthers at the 34-yard line of Chelsea. Panthers quarterback looking, moves number 15. Ooh, that's a penalty. How they don't throw a flag right there. Number 4 is going to get sacked. He bumped into somebody, but that should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
The receiver ran and went forward before the ball was ever snapped, and that is a legal procedure. And they did not call it, but hey, it worked out. The quarterback stepped up, ran in the back of somebody, and it knocked him backwards.
Yeah, Wesley Bouncer took the center and ran him back into the backfield. Quarterback tried stepping up, and he ran into him and fell backwards for a 4-yard loss. But at that time, that drive went -5 yards after the bad punt there. So Chelsea went from giving them good field position to giving us good field position starting at our own 41.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed a break. This maybe will pick us up. Desmond Battle checks in the game. At fullback, twins left, single receiver right. Desmond moves in motion to the left. Ball handed to Collier up the middle. Collier's busted through the seam, Richard. He's down to the 40, 35-30, down to the 27-yard line, and he shot through there like a little rocket.
Yeah, he did.
Big run by Collier Blair. Biggest run of the night for Chelsea. A pickup of about 25 yards and a 280 medical supply first down.
He came through there, and that was Desmond Battle came in a little slide motion there and led a little power run there, a little lead, and he got on the middle linebacker and gave Collier a crease, and he took advantage of it.
All right, first down and 10 for Chelsea. Another handoff up the middle, and Collier lowers his head. Desmond Battle pancaked somebody. That big number 56, Desmond jacked them jaws for him, and it's going to be a second down after a pickup of about 3 or 4 on the play. So bring up second down and 7, and the ball is down to the 25-yard line of Pell City.
You know, Desmond is a specimen. He's probably the best-looking specimen as far as just stud linebacker, stud running back, whatever.
Yeah. Low snap, Collier picks it up, makes one guy. I was hoping he's going to make that guy miss, but number 56 that got pancaked a while ago, he actually comes up with a tackle right there. So we gain 3 yards on the first play, and now we lose 5 yards on the second play. So it's going to bring up third down and about 13. So that was a loss of 6 yards.
Wow. But what I was saying about Desmond, you know, they tried him on defense, and he just he wasn't picking it up, So they said, you know what? If he's not getting, he's too good of an athlete. If he's not picking it up on defense, let's move him to the offensive side, and I think that's been good for Chelsea.
Yep. All right. After the loss of 5, 3rd and 12, maybe 3rd and 13, trips left, single receiver right, play action pass to Collier. Lando's rolling to his right, throws it to Douglas Wood. Big play right there, and that's going to be a first down. Depending on the
close.
No, it is.
It is, yeah.
Good.
He got his
spot
feet
right
down.
there. He
Yeah.
did have his feet, and he did. Douglas is asking to come out. So that's going to bring Holton Smith going to go in the game. We only have two. We only have 2 X's tonight. Douglas Woods in, and Holton Reggie Fisher hurt his ankle last week, and he's not been able to play tonight.
What?
What's wrong?
They're saying 4th and 5.
How?
He caught that at the marker, I thought.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, I thought he caught that at the first down marker.
He did catch it at the first down marker.
I think that's
Coach
why
Good was going out there.
timeout.
That's ridiculous.
They
He
slung him
caught the
forward
ball.
They did. I can hear David Birdsong down there. They just blew that spot.
He caught the ball in front of the sticks.
Yeah.
And they're moving him. He didn't. He got hit the minute he caught it. He has to get forward momentum right there.
He
forward
caught the ball
progress.
at the sticks, and now they're going to spot him.
He's going to ask.
Yeah. I mean, David Birdsong, the Chelsea PA announcer, said the same thing. They blew that spot.
It'd be different if he broke the tackle and then fought back that way, but he didn't. He caught it. As soon as he caught it, he got drove back 5 yards. It's called forward momentum.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's where he caught the ball.
But you see what sideline it's on, though, Richard.
Right.
All right, 3:27
They're going to
left.
talk about it.
Yeah, 3:27 left to go in the third quarter. Pell City's taking the lead 10-7 over your Chelsea Hornets. They scored on a big 60-yard touchdown.
I'd like to see them get Pell City's coach out of the
I
huddle.
would too. The Pell City's coach is in the middle of the huddle of the refs, but they blew that. If they marked that ball right there, they blew that call because he easily caught that in front of the first down marker and got hit and drove back 5 yards.
See, I thought it was right at it, maybe a yard short, if anything, but he wasn't 5 yards short.
But, Richard, here's the thing, too. The ref walked up and spotted it.
Right, and then he got talked into
And then he got talked into moving it back to there. So I'm anxious to see. The refs are meeting at about the 20-yard line discussing the spot. But this is pretty easy if you ask me, and I know I'm a Chelsea fan, but
he definitely caught it at the marker.
I agree. And he didn't break loose.
It's not like he was going to run backwards.
Right.
I mean,
all right, here comes the
they're
official.
going to move it. Looks like they're going to move it forward. Yeah,
and they should.
They should. That's
where
where
they're going to move it up 2 yards. They're going to compromise. Yeah, they are. They compromised. Instead of giving the ball to him at the first down where he called it, they said, well, let's just split the difference.
That's
so they moved it up 2 yards. Still terrible spot. I don't know that you don't attempt a field goal here. What would that be? That would be a 40-yard field goal.
They haven't moved the box yet either.
Yeah, they moved it a couple of yards. They literally picked the ball and moved it I guarantee they went over and said, look, we'll make both coaches happy. We'll move it 2 yards up. We'll split the difference. But that's still a bad spot.
Right.
Be a 39-yard field goal.
Well, and the bad news is that Chelsea had to use a timeout. You know, and with 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter, you know, with a 10-7 ball game with Pell City up 10-7, you know, you're going to want your timeouts late. And that he shouldn't have had to use a timeout to ask that.
They're going to go for it. They're not going to attempt a field goal here. It's cold. It'd be a tough field goal on a cold night like this. Looks like we got our jumbo package in. I see Desmond Battle in the game. I'm sure Chelsea will try and draw Pell City offside. So Twins left, single receiver right, Desmond Battle in the game. Turner is trying to draw him offsides. It did not work. So he's getting the signal from the sideline.
15 seconds on the play clock.
Yep.
Don't want to use another timeout here.
Surely we're not.
We've got 10 seconds. I think he's going to.
No.
5 seconds left. Got to hurry.
Come on now. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Well, we tried to throw a pass, and it was knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Big right into number 56, a big.
Yeah, he got to get his hands down. And Charlie's got to try and get that as offensive lineman. You got a defensive lineman getting his hands up. What do you teach them? An old goober shot. You hit them right in the old goober, and they'll get their hands down every time.
That was Ray Franklin.
I'm telling you, that's what we called it.
It's like we need a drop button, Richard.
Yeah,
you know
need a
listen. That's what it's called. All right, after the failed attempt fourth down play right there, it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Pell City at the 21-yard line of Pell City, and they're going to hand off number 22 over left tackle, and he goes nowhere. So, and Richard, I don't have a problem with us going for it. I think it's a good call.
Not.
I don't think you don't go for it.
No. Like you said, it's cold. The ball's, you know, tonight the ball's not going to fly as well because it's going to be hard. So you got to go for it. It's senior night. You're 2-7. It was the right call. Well, like you said, the Pell City guy just made a play.
I've said it all year. I think one of our best plays is throwing it to Collier out in space over here, run a swing route. We scored on it earlier. We've not went back to it the rest of the game. So we've thrown it one time tonight, and we've scored on it the one time we've thrown it. Number 22 around the right side, and Richard, if we don't get him down right here, big run by number 22. He gets up. He looks mad. He should be. I think Will Sullivan. Yeah, there's a flag. I think Will Sullivan was getting blocked in the back. Wow, that's a spot foul. Yeah, he got blocked in the back. Pretty vicious back there. And he got up. He knew it. Yeah, hold. They're going to call hold. That's even better. And Will Sullivan knew it. He got up and he didn't care the play and picked up all those yards because he got up and his jersey was hanging off of it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what gave number 22 the edge out there. But yeah, we're going to back them up. It's going to back them up deep into their own territory, back down to the 9-10 yard line there.
Our buddy Sean Hall listening to us in Nashville, Tennessee. He's sending a nice text, let me know he's listening.
Yeah.
All right, and after the holding penalty on the receiver on Will Sullivan out here, that's going to back Pell City up to second and about 24. Twins right, single receiver left, ball sitting at the 10-yard line of Pell City on the near hash mark. Play action pass, trying to throw a little screen pass out here. Ball is incomplete, almost intercepted.
We're saying
no, it was incomplete. Who was that?
That was a late call.
Yeah, Wesley Pouncey almost into the interception on the screen pass. You can see it was coming.
Well,
that's risky.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, I saw them doing that in the warm-ups, and they were taking it and they were just rolling to their right a little bit, about 3 or 4 yards, and then throwing back to their left. And but it's the first time we've seen that tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is the first time. The bad thing is we just don't see it a whole lot because it doesn't work.
Right.
All right, 2:19 left. Pell City 10, Chelsea 7. We've got Pell City backed up to their own 10-yard line, third and very long, about 3rd and 24 here. Trips right, single receiver left, quarterback in the shotgun formation. Straight drop back pass, looking to throw. Got pressure on him, Richard. Who owned it? Todd Justice on a big sack.
Yeah,
big sack right there.
Down to the 1.5 yard line.
Huge play by the senior Todd Justice, number 86. He got it marked at the 2-yard line, loss of 8 yards on that sack. Todd came through like nobody was even blocking him.
Right. Did a great job there. Another little half roll by the quarterback there and rolled right into Todd.
Yeah.
And Todd just came up and said, all right, I'm going to take you back here.
All right.
Huge.
Yeah, 1:45 left to go in the third quarter. Chelsea appears they're coming after this punt. 4th and 29 with 1:40 left. Chelsea down 10-7. Snap is good. Punt is away. High spiral. Like see a fair catch called. Lando Nichols on a nice catch. Went over his shoulder. Fair catch called at the 37-yard line. So, Richard, if anything, we got field position back.
That's right. This is about where we were, not far from here a while ago when we stopped on 4th down, about 10, 15 yards behind where we got turned over a while ago. But we've had our scoring chances tonight, Ray. We just haven't been able to capitalize and finish these drives.
Turner, I believe that the momentum, the attitude has changed a little bit on the sideline since that big sack. Boy, you got.
Yes, Ray. The sideline is electric now, considering the cold weather. It's awesome down here.
We'll go warm up beside the electric sideline. Collier Blair on the right side. Buck sweep to the right. And big Desmond Battle pushes a guy 10 yards and throws him. Number 26. Do you see that, Richard?
Yeah.
Big sweep right there by Collier Blair. Picks up 9 yards and almost a first down. Big run right there on first down.
Desmond, you mentioned Todd being able to go play the second level. I think Desmond's got the athletic ability to do it. What we got here?
I don't know what we got.
Well, but I do think Desmond has the athletic prowess to be able to. It's like we got a chain issue over there. They're looking for see if it's a first down.
It's going to be close. They're going to bring out the chains and mark it. My wife's at home listening tonight, Richard. Glad to see her. I go home every Friday night, and I'm like, hey, did you listen? She goes, for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
That's why she was in the band, Richard. She was a flautist.
She has to listen to you all day. Right?
She does have to
You know
listen.
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
it's not special for her to listen to me on the radio. She's like, are you kidding me? I get it live 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Why do I need to turn them on the radio and listen to them?
I can guarantee you my wife's not listening. I'm just going to say. Not that she doesn't, but she's
My
not
wife
tonight.
doesn't even know where I'm at. So.
I think she's already camping out over there at Adams Ridge, getting ready for the grand opening
She probably
tomorrow.
is at Adams
I think
Ridge.
she's out there with a
She's trying to
flashlight,
be
stepping off her new lot over
Listen,
there, Greg.
Probably.
She's over drawing tickets for the giveaway at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
First down, Chelsea. David's like, move on. First down.
First down.
All right, 1:04 left here in this third quarter. It's been an exciting third quarter. Twins right, single receiver left. Collier Blair goes to go in motion, stops, play action, rolls to his left, looks across the middle, has Lando Nichols just behind him. Lando is running wide open, and about the 10-yard line, he just threw it behind him. Oh, that would have been a touchdown because Lando was wide open.
Looked like Collier was doing the robot there for a second.
He was.
But, just a little behind Lando. He was just streaking across the middle of the field, and I think
I'd come back
Turner,
to that play.
Yeah, Turner kind of saw him late, kind of
Well,
threw that ball a little late.
Richard, big number 8, the defensive end was in his face when he went through, and number 8's 6'5",
Yep.
so it's not like he's little. We look like we were moving a little bit there. Collier going over right side, started right, went back to the left. I thought the whole right side of the offense moved a little bit. Uh-oh, we got something going on.
There's a flag in the middle of the pile. Maybe in a face mask.
Could have been a face mask, but Pell City's clapping like it's on Chelsea, but the only spot that would be is a holding penalty from the umpire where that flag's at.
Well, and the thing is it was a couple of yards in front of the play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it could have been hold. But it's going to be a hold or a face mask on the tackle. It's going to hold an offensive line or a face mask on the tackle.
There's a whole lot of talking for a
Yep.
penalty. All right, the white hat walks to the center and tells us the penalty, I think.
It's a dead ball. Personal foul on Chelsea.
It's Chelsea. It's a weird personal foul.
Yeah.
Collier's talking to him like, what exactly did you call? All right, 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Chelsea down 3
Well,
after the 15-yard penalty. It's going to be 2nd and 20, Richard.
Logan Brazier's talking to the umpire, so I'm going to say it's probably on Logan. He's good for one every now and then. I talked to his dad at halftime, and I said, he's sneaky. I said, he's got to watch it, though.
Wait a minute. Wasn't it 2nd down a while ago? How's it 3rd and 20? Was it third down a while ago?
It was after the play. It was dead ball.
They didn't give the loss of down signal.
Well, because it was after the play.
All right, Twins right, Twins left. Turner drops straight back to pass. Got a little block and steps up. He's going to run to the right side, Richard. He's got a little bit of running room. He's going to step out of bounds. Oh, that's got to be a flag. Oh, my goodness, there's a flag.
There's another
but
one.
But why is that guy calling it? Turner was slung down.
That.
He was slung down out of bounds over almost a track. The ref didn't right on it, didn't even throw the flag.
Well, Turner slowed down to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
He got what he could. He picked up about half of it back. Actually,
if
more
that's
than
on
that.
Pell City, it's going to be a first down, but Chelsea's walking backwards. So that's never a good sign. Here comes the white hat. He'll hold his hand in there for about 5 seconds before he lets us know what the penalty is.
Well, he feels like he's going to walk all the way to the midfield.
Here we go. Hand in the air.
Dead ball. Personal foul.
There's
Chelsea.
a block in the back. Was
Dead
it
ball,
another personal foul?
Yeah.
We're killing ourselves here. 9
Yep.
seconds left to go in the third. It's back-to-back personal fouls. We're losing composure. There's no reason. Now we lost that down again.
Yeah. But to say that one wasn't after the play, I didn't think. I thought that one occurred during the play.
Is that a 10-yard or a 15-yard penalty?
That's a 15-yard penalty. But it's got to be third down.
But they only marked off 10.
I was about to say, where'd they mark it from?
They
I
only
don't
marked
think
it
they
10.
know.
No.
And it's not fourth down.
Coach he's asking what down it is.
It is. It's not fourth down. It's third down. If it's not a loss of down, why is it fourth down? We've had 2 back-to-back penalties, and not once have they given us a
timeout. He's going to call another timeout. Talk to the white cap.
Well, it wasn't a dead ball.
No, it wasn't.
It happened during the play because we could see the flag come out.
Right.
So how in the world is it not? Well, whatever. I mean, they don't let us call the penalties. 9 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Chelsea 7, Pell City 10.
I'm not sure anybody knows what's going on there. I think
I'm telling you, it's not fourth down.
it can't be because that penalty took place during
Yes.
the only way it could be fourth down is if they declined it, and you can't decline it.
Right.
They're going to ask. This guy's asking what down. They don't know what down it is.
Well, they could ask me. They could call up here and ask me. I'd sure tell them. He's telling him, hey, ref, it ain't fourth down, it's third. And the white hat goes, did you see
Is
the
it?
episode of the Jeffersons last night? I thought Wheezy looked beautiful in that new outfit.
I'd like to hear.
I watched Jeffersons that night. I did not watch Sanford Sunday. It wasn't on. And then Three's Company was on. All right, they're leaving it fourth down. So much for what me and you know about football, Richard. Twins right, Twins left. Where's Collier at? I don't even see Collier on the field.
He's out. Wide. There he comes.
He's on the
All
wrong
right, so
side.
we're in empty formation. Twins right, Trips left. Look for Collier down the middle of the seam, Richard. Straight drop back pass by number 14, Turner. Turner throws it on me. He's got a guy open. And if he would have thrown it, Jacob Boyle was wide open,
Yep.
and he floated it. And when he floated, it gave time for the defense to recover and knock the ball down.
Yep.
That's a touchdown. If he puts some zip on it, it's a touchdown for Chelsea. Oh,
Jacob's got to come back and catch that ball too instead of waiting on it.
Well,
he's got to come. He's got to come try to get that.
Yep. Oh, we've missed some opportunities on offense tonight.
We have.
Because that's another. We missed Lando on that wide open across the middle. We missed Jacob right there, wide open. If we put some air, if we throw it, that's easily a touchdown. All right. Either way, Pell City takes over with 1 second left to go in this third quarter. Twins right, single receiver left. Ball handed to number 22, and Todd Justice had him in the backfield. Comes back. That just shows you right there, Richard, why Todd Justice will play at the next level. He missed the tackle in the backfield, didn't stop, hustled back, and still made the tackle after a 1 yard gain.
Yeah, Todd's always been a leader. He's always wanted to be the one that makes the tackle. And that's going to bring us to the end of the into the third quarter, again with Chelsea down 10-7 to the Pell City Panthers here.
It's been a great game.
Yeah.
It's strangely enough, it's been a defensive game, and I'm telling you, I would have not predicted it.
Absolutely not.
Both defenses are
playing well.
I mean, our defenses are playing really well. Their defense, they're giving up 30 points a game. We're giving up 30 points a game. You know, this is where you kind of see two regions collide right here because we looked earlier, they play Clay Chalkville. They play a lot of fast teams. Yeah. And where we do too, you know, we play Jackson Nolan, Carver. You know, we've had some tough matchups as well. And you just kind of see it kind of come together tonight where both defenses are equally matched. Both offenses are equally matched. I think 22 is probably, you know, he's a special player.
Yeah.
You saw it earlier. Collier's a special player. I still would like to see us once again throw the ball out to Collier in space, run the swing pass. And we've been successful with it tonight. We've thrown it one time and we've scored. And we threw it twice last week and scored. I'd like to see us go back to it, maybe try and hit that again.
Yeah. You know, we still got, 12 minutes left to go here in the game, and there's still time. I mean, it's a 3-point game. We got to have a stop here. It'd be nice to have us a little pick six here or a fumble or something to keep in good field position.
All right, starts fourth quarter. Pell City 10, Chelsea 7. Little play action pass right here. Throw to the fullback out of the backfield, and he's going to break a tackle. And look, the refs right here, and the refs sat and watched him push. You watched the receiver push Will Sullivan, and he just stood there. What is that ref doing? What is he, a ref in training?
I think, he's got a shadow.
Well, I'd like to see him throw his flag.
Yeah. They may not give him one. I mean, we got to, that was enough for a first down, though. That seemed like we had a chance to make the tackle short of the first down, but he was able to get enough for the first down there.
All right, 280 Medical Supply first down for Pell City at their own 45-yard line. Twins left, single receiver right. Both running backs in the backfield along with the quarterback. Quarterback looking the sideline, hands to number 22. 22 starts left, goes back right, gets hit in the mouth immediately. And
Stephen Fant, Wesley Pouncey there combined to make the tackle.
Well, we shot ourselves in the foot that last drive.
Yeah.
2 unnecessary personal fouls, and I ain't even questioning the officials calling them. If they saw them, they saw them.
Right.
But it just goes back to you can't really blame anybody at the end of the game. If you're driving the ball, don't do something silly like cause a personal foul right there. It's just selfish.
Right.
Twins right, single receiver left after the 1 yard pickup. 11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Pell City's on their own 47-yard line. Snap handed number 22. Number 22 around the right side. He's got a couple yards, Richard. He's going to have a first down. I'm surprised they don't do more of that and get him out in space and let him get some sweeps. I thought we were going to get some pressure upfield, but they did a good job of sealing that in that time.
Yeah, they did, and then they were just beating us out there on the edge with some blocking, and gave him a chance to pick up another 280 Medical Supply first down for Pell City.
All right, Richard, they're into Chelsea territory. They're already all the way down to the 44-yard line of Chelsea. Pell City's probably going to start milking that clock a little bit, take the ball out of Chelsea's hands. Twins left, single receiver right. Pell City moving from right to left on your radio dial. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 to the right, 1 to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback calls a snap, hands to number 22. He starts right, runs a little counter, comes back left. Richard, he is running. He's all the way down to the 17-yard line. He started one direction. Richard put his foot in the ground, come back left, and nobody touched him for 15 yards.
I was about to say, he didn't get touched. He got to our safeties, and that's not good for an athlete like number 22 there. Like I said, had over 460-something yards last week against Shades Valley.
Good to see Coach Clark going out about the 25, hollering at the players, trying to get them motivated.
Well, whatever it takes.
Another 280 medical supply first down, same formation for Pell City. I would ride number 22 until he can't ride no more because he's running hard right now. Handed number 22 off the right side, and he goes nowhere. I think he's probably tired from the last run.
Well, and the problem we got to get is we just got to hope our defenses doesn't get tired and we start getting gashed play after play after play.
All right, Richard, 10 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in this game. Last game of the season. Chelsea 7, Pell City 10. And it appears Pell City is doing everything they can. They're in no hurry.
No. Now the 10 seconds on the play clock.
All right, here we go. Twins right, single receiver left, trying to spread us out. Hand number 22 up the middle. He's brought down. I bet you Todd Justice has 15 tackles tonight.
Yeah.
He's on every tackle just about up in the run.
That time he and Jordan Smith combine to make a tackle.
Yep.
And when your defensive linemen are making tackles, that's telling me, and our linebackers aren't, that's telling me that their offensive line is getting off on our linebackers.
Yep.
And all they have to do with a running back like number 22 is get a piece of our linebackers, and it's giving that guy a running lane.
All right, Richard, 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Pell City's moving some guys in and out, subbing some guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't call a timeout right here. Yep, there they go. They call timeout. They'd run the clock all the way down. I told you, they're in no hurry. They're all the way down to the 16-yard line. So even if they don't get the first down, it's 3rd and 7 here, I can see them attempting a field goal here. And that kicker looks to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, we got to stop them here. Hold them to a field goal attempt. They had to take a timeout that time because they took one of the fullbacks out, and we're bringing an extra receiver in. He didn't get in a big hurry to get over there. He didn't have a clue that the play clock was winding down.
Coach Goodwin walking the sideline looking for Collier. Finally found him. I'd like to see him put Collier back there, return a punt, and see if he can make something happen. You never know. Or put LG back there. I know it, and that goes back to securing the punt. That's the key, is they work on it every day, and Lando does a really good job catching the punts. And that's really what you're after. You want to see that punt caught. All right, Richard, big third down right here, 3rd and 7 with 9 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in this game. Pell City with a 10-7 lead over your Chelsea Hornets. They're into Chelsea territory right here. I'd imagine here, I would be surprised if they throw the ball. I would expect to hand the ball to number 22 here. Looks like maybe a reverse. This receiver here is kind of far back. Twins left. Yep, there's a reverse.
And
a little reverse pass. Number 6 looking to throw it. He throws it to the quarterback, and he drops it. Richard, I need to be like a defense coordinator or something.
I tell you what.
I could see number 6 was even with the running backs right here. Now, he had not done that all night, and I knew it was going to be something fancy. And unfortunately, they tried to get cute, and it didn't work out. But the quarterback had it in his hands and dropped it.
Right. That's why you don't throw the ball to the quarterback. You throw the ball to the receiver. I thought that he was going to pull it down and run it.
I did too.
He probably would have got to pick up the first down. But, we held him to a field goal attempt like we said. And hopefully we can get us. It'd be nice to have us a block and a scoop and score.
What is this, about a 34-yarder? 35-yarder?
Yep, kicking from the 15, yep.
Yep. All right. Ball sitting on the snap's good, holds good.
Blocked.
It is blocked. It is blocked. They can't do nothing with it. We can pick it up and
Can't
go
on a
scoop.
field goal.
Is that Chandler Pruitt? No, I'm saying they couldn't do anything. We
can't.
can. Chandler Pruitt with the scoop.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. No, who's that?
That's
Chandler?
Connor Griffin.
Yeah, it was Chandler. No, it was Chandler Pruitt that returned
25,
it.
Connor Griffin.
Was it Connor or Chandler?
Yeah,
Well,
it was
I thought
Connor.
Chandler picked it up.
No, it was
Either
Connor.
way,
It don't matter.
big play for Chelsea.
What'd I
Huge
tell you?
play.
Need to block
You did
this,
call
scoop
it.
and score.
Richard, you ought to get into coaching.
We ought to.
We ought to
You know
get
what?
into coaching.
Hey,
Or get on a radio show or something.
See if we can get on
Maybe we
radio
got to talk
sometime.
about football
If
sometime.
Donna would have me and you in on Saturday mornings on that, Donna, what's the fellow that's on there with her? Yeah, Paul. Donna and Paul show. We could
Ray
change
and
it.
Richard on
Ray and
weekends.
Richard. David, put that in your notes. Ray and Richard on Saturday morning right after Donna and Paul.
Sports call-in show.
Sports call-in
We
show.
can't call in, but anyway.
Yeah. All right. Big block right there by the Chelsea Hornets. 8:46 left. Chelsea with a 10-7 lead. Quarterback draw. Got some blocking. Turner up to the 45, down to the 50. Get out of the way, Peacock. Peacock has been in the way more than anybody tonight.
That's something you don't hear very often. Get out of the way, Peacock.
Peacock standing right on the 50, and Turner ran
Go
right
block.
in the back of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, go hit somebody in one of them
Well,
white jerseys.
in his defense, he was out of the way, and Turner turned right into him. But you got to go find an opposite colored jersey and go block him.
All right, that big run of 15 yards puts us into Pell City territory to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, 280 Medical Supply, first down for Chelsea. Empty formation. Turner looking to throw. He's rolling to his right, throws a quick pass to Collier, and Collier makes one guy miss and picks up about 6 yards. I don't know what in the world the guy from Pell City wants.
Number 50, Baker Hicks, the center came in and hit him late. It was blocking the back, but it was behind the play. It wasn't really. I mean, it's just a hustle play. It wasn't. It wasn't a legit personal foul or anything. But
second 5 right here. Richard, we've got to be smart on this drive. No personal fouls. No silly, selfish mistakes. We got to play smart here. Twin trips left. Single receiver right. Chad Carboni in the game. Here comes Michael Gibbs in motion, and Chad Carboni with the handoff. And Chad. He slipped on the counter, but it probably helped us more than anything because it held the linebackers a little longer. But, hey, kudos to Turner right there being patient and waiting on the running back and not panicking and just take off running.
Yeah, he's right there on that blue C. He slipped on it a little bit. Chad did. And I wouldn't mind to see the quarterback draw again here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 3 right here, 3rd and 2. Trying to draw Pell City off, and it did not work. Trips right, single receiver left. Collier came out. I thought he came out just because he caught the ball, but I don't even see him. Do you? I don't see him with the trainer. I don't see him with anybody.
No. Coop, see if you can get us an update on Collier.
Michael Gibbs goes in motion, play action pass, and throwing a little screen pass to Chad Carboni, and it's behind Chad.
There's Collier.
4th down, Richard. Oh, my goodness. Of all the plays we run on 3rd and 2, that's not what I was expecting. Chad's got great hands and did a good job. It was just thrown behind him. Just enough where he couldn't catch it, which I don't think he'd have went anywhere if we'd have caught it because he got hit as soon as he missed it anyways.
Yep. Empty set.
6:56 left. Chelsea down by 3, 10-7. Empty formation. Trips left, Twins right. Ball sitting between the 2 hash marks. Quarterback draw. They called it again. Great call. He got hit, but I think he got the first down.
It's going to be so close.
Look, number 8 jumped up and starts talking trash. It's going to be close.
I mean, it's right on it. I think it's going to be a first down.
I think it's going to be a first down.
They're going to measure. I kind of thought he kind of came in there with his head a little bit.
Well, no, he did. He hit him right in the head with his head.
Yeah. And that would be targeting.
Yeah. But I think that's a first down.
It's going to be because we're between the 41 and 42. And looking at the sticks from over here, it looks like it's not quite at the 42. If it's a first down, either way, it's going to be.
First down by half a football length.
We still got time, even if it's not. Problem is we've used 2 of our timeouts so far to discuss these goofy spots and penalties they've called. Let's see what we got here, folks. It's not going. It's short.
Boy, that chain.
That's short. Yeah. He looked like he had it. Boy, that chain. Once they stretch that chain out, that's a big momentum deal for Pell City right there. Chelsea's defense has got to go on the field and get a stop.
Yeah, I mean Turner. It was a
good
play
call though.
But it was a great play call. You know, we had just said we'd like to see that draw again. The problem is number 8 came up and laid the wood to Turner.
Yeah. And
knocked him backwards. Otherwise, the problem is when Turner got hit, he got knocked backwards. He didn't did not get any more yardage after he got hit. So, got to have a stop. Need a turnover here. We got a blocked field goal last time. We need a turnover.
All right, 6:50 left in the 4th quarter. Pell City 10, Chelsea 7. Pell City just held Chelsea on 4th down. They'll take over 1st and 10 their own 39-yard line. If they wasn't milking the clock earlier, they definitely will now. All right, 2 tight ends in the game. Handoff number 22, and he's got running room, Richard. Oh, thank goodness he slipped and fell.
Yes.
Because he was gone.
Yeah, he was. He slipped. He cut back over here against Will Sullivan. He slipped.
What a spot, though. It ain't where he stops rolling.
There we go. They moved it back a little bit.
I still didn't think he got that far. Pick up a 9 on the play just at the 48-yard line of Pell City. I think you bring the house right here. We got a lot of people standing back. I'd be bringing everybody. You know what they're going to do, and they run the same play again. He picks up a first down. He runs hard, Richard. He runs.
Does.
Give kudos to him. He runs hard.
Yeah, he's a load. He's got low center of gravity there, and he's quick. He's got quick feet, and he's just hard to get a good hit on. And you're not going to wrap him up. He's gonna keep churning because he got another 10 yards on that run.
All right, 280 Medical Supply, first down for Pell City. 6:08 left to go in the 4th. 10-7, Pell City with a 3-point lead. They are working this play clock. down to 15-14. They're just waiting their time. They're going to hand it to number 22. No secret where the ball's going. One tight end, 2 receivers, fullback in the backfield. Quarterback going to call the snap, and there it goes. And he's excited. Cole Berryman on the tackle. They ran the same play 3 times in a row. Picked up big yards first down, big yards second down. That time they didn't get as much.
That time they brought Cole Berryman was in tight, and Coach brought Connor Griffin off the edge on the safety blitz there, and he just was a little wide. He's got to lower that. He's got to take that inside a little bit, not quite so wide because the guy's not running wide. He's just running around off that big left tackle right there.
They ran that last play with 10 guys too, by the way.
Oh yeah,
They did.
You know, I told you I wondered if they had 2 tight ends. It was kind of weird. Twins left, single receiver right. Number 22's moved to the other side. You know it's coming this way. Yeah, number 22 right up the middle. Todd Justice on the tackle again. Richard, I know we don't have a coach's show Tuesday, but if we were given the Defense Player Award, Todd Justice would win it tonight.
22 still down.
I think he's cramping. I know it's 40-something degrees, but trust me, yeah, I think he's cramping. Probably the best thing could have happened to us, him to go out for a cramp. Yeah, he's cramping. I hope he's not hurt. He's a heck of a ball player. Is he a senior or junior?
He's
Richard?
a senior. He's in a lot of pain. I mean, I've cramped up before, but I don't know. He may have got rolled up because the way that Todd tackled him, he kind of tackled him from behind, and his ankle may have got up underneath.
You're right.
Because he's dragging that ankle pretty good.
I would ask Cooper for an update, but it looks like he's done come up here and got behind us. If you got cold down there, Cooper, is that what's happened to you?
Did our sideline reporter
goodness. Our sideline reporter has come in for shelter. He got out of his she shed and came in the man shed.
It's 3rd and 7, right?
Yep, 3rd and 7 with 4:47 left to go in this game.
Chelsea down 10-7.
Pell City's looking to go in. They're going to call a timeout. They're going to run the clock down as far as they can, and the coach is going to call timeout right as it gets to no time. I can see him over talking to the ref. Down to 3, 2, 1 timeout. So what he's doing is, Richard, he's trying to see if number 22 can come back in the game.
The way 2 guys had to help him off the field.
I don't think he's coming back in either.
And if he does, I don't think he's going to be as productive as he has been for the first 3 quarters. He really wasn't that productive the first quarter. It was really the second and third.
It was the third quarter.
I would like for our crack statistician to see if he could give us some yards. Do you have any individual yards for him?
Do you know how many numbers I'm keeping up with back here on 2 hands?
Look, all you do is keep up with 22. Well, we know he had 60 on that one drive.
We do. He's probably got over 100.
Oh, I'm sure he does because he's probably, I'd say around 150. Maybe 130.
Yeah,
probably 130 to 150.
He's no 435 tonight.
No.
We've done a good job of containing him.
Yeah.
Except
but I'd say, because he had 60 on that one. Then he's had some.
Well, let's just put it this way: their drives in this half: 69, -5, -19, and 21.
Yeah.
Plus this drive right here.
He's probably about 135.
Yeah.
So
let's see if 22 comes out. He does not.
No.
That's good. That means you got to look for a little play action pass here.
Yep.
I'd
watch for the hitch.
Rolling. Yeah. I think you look for the hitch too. They got trips right, single receiver left. The ball sitting at the Chelsea 39-yard line. Big play right here, Richard, because if they don't get this, I see them punting it. Oh, he did it again. That's penalty every time. Yes.
They've called it, yeah.
He did it a while ago, and they didn't. See, this guy over here had to throw the flag.
Yeah, that
Why
was
is the guy over there on that sideline not throwing the flag? It's easy.
Because he's on that sideline.
Look, legal procedure. This is not Canada. Boy, we've used the Canada reference.
Yes, we have.
In the Canadian Football League, you can go forward all you want. If you want to move to Montreal, get a plane and get a packing.
I mean, Montreal, Quebec,
Toronto.
You know, we
Big
talked about
penalty.
the Jeffersons of Canada more
Yeah.
the past 10 weeks than we have
All
ever.
right, 3rd and 11. Well, you saw what they were doing. They were passing, so we can get it right here. At least now with that penalty, we maybe got them out of going for it on 4th down. Twins right, twins left. Quarterback's calling for the snap. He drops straight back, got a little pressure. Todd Justice. Here comes Cole Berryman on.
Yeah.
He slips and falls. Cole Berryman on the pressure, and the quarterback went to plant and slipped and fell at the Chelsea 44-yard line. Clock is ticking, though. 4:12, 4:11 to go. That penalty and that slip and fall is going to cause Pell City to have to punt. So big play. Even though Cole didn't actually make the tackle, he caused it. So great job by the blitz right there by Coach Ellison. We got 2 return guys, and I guarantee you, Coach is telling them catch the football.
Yeah.
And
No, he's making LG go up and
You're going to go after the punt.
Yeah, just don't rough the punter.
You cannot run into the punter. You cannot run into the punter. Chelsea's going after it. No pressure. No nice spiral. Lando with a fair catch. Todd Justice on the ground. Not sure how that happened.
Huge. He's probably tired.
Hey, Richard, I'm telling you, when I watch number 4 punt, he punts the ball well.
He does. Great sack there by Cole Berryman. Now, even though he didn't actually make the tackle, his pressure forced the sack there, or the quarterback to fall, which he's going to get credit for the sack there. Great job there by Cole Berryman.
All right, Richard. Angie Seabolt just texted she's listening in Nashville, Tennessee on the Cool 96.9 app on her iPhone or Android. We're thankful for that. So Chelsea has an opportunity here with 3:35 left. Down by 3, 10-7. Twins right, Twins left. Turner looks to throw, throws across the middle, throws to hits Lando Nichols. Huge catch. Huge catch at the 43-yard line. Gets hit as soon as he catches it. But Lando's a trooper. They backed it up 1 yard to the 42-yard line.
He laid out for it.
He laid out big time for it and got hit in the head as soon as he did.
But he popped right up.
Oh, yes, Lando's tough as they come. All right, Twins right, Twins left. Collier Blair to the right of Turner. Ball sitting at the 42-yard line, 3:19 left. Collier Blair runs out of the backfield to go block. Gabe Ruffin drops the screen pass.
You know why he dropped it?
Because it hit him right in the chest.
Well, because he tried catching it with his body and not with his hands.
Yeah.
You got to get those hands up.
Yep.
It's cold. He's squeezing those hands. It's cold, but you got to catch that ball with your hands, not with your shoulder pads, because it's just going to bounce off your shoulder pads.
Richard, Angie just texted me his first game she's missed in 6 years.
Wow.
Well, we miss you, Angie. Be careful whatever you're doing. Twins right, Twins left. Collier to the right. Turner drops back to pass, looks downfield, looks over here to the right, has nowhere to throw it, throws it back up here to Gabe. Gabe drops another pass.
Got to catch the ball with
Got
your
to
hands.
catch the ball. He's letting it get in his pads.
Yep.
Number 3's over here taunting the sideline. He's still doing it. Look at him. Throw a flag, Mr. Fisher. I mean, he's just standing up here just throwing his hands up. Look, he's still talking to the sideline. How do you not? The ref ain't even paying attention.
No.
All right, 3rd and 10. Ball still sitting at the 42-yard line. 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Got to catch the ball. Catch it with her hands, not her pads. Empty formation. Trips left, Twins right. Turner in the backfield by himself. Got 2 plays to get 10 yards. Turner throws it, and he gets tipped again by number 56. Charlie Parkinson's blocking number 56. Number 56 has had 3 knockdowns.
Yeah, 56 going to come in there. Coach talked about the big defensive ends and nose guard. He said probably the biggest ones. Number 8 comes in there at 6'4". Number 8, 6'4", 56 probably 6'6" again. He's getting in the passing lanes and getting those big hands up, knocking it down. But this is a big first down, right?
Yeah,
big
Richard,
4th down.
It's not the ball game. There's
No.
3 minutes left. We have a timeout, but it sure will be nice. Empty formation. Ball still sitting at 42. Turner looking, runs up, over. I don't think it was caught. I can't tell.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was going to be short of the first down anyway.
Yeah, who was he throwing to? Number 9, Douglas Wood.
Yeah, we'll come back there.
Well, Richard, once again, we didn't get killed by penalties, but we got to catch the football. 2 big drops. 2 big drops. All right, Pell
defense
City,
got to step up again like they have all
night
night long.
It's going to be first down and 10 for Pell City at the Chelsea 42-yard line.
22. Yeah, Ray. He probably was just cramping. He's back out there now. He got a little bit of a gimp. Looks like they may have taped up. Yeah.
Well, you're fixing to get a steady dose of 22 these last 3 minutes.
Yep.
So you better bring the house because you know what's coming. As I always say, bring all of them. What's it going to hurt?
Right.
All right, 1st and 10 right here. Ball handed number 22. They run the same play they've run. They've run that play 5 plays in a row right there, Richard.
Well, they're getting 4 or 5 yards a pop.
Right.
So why not?
Here's the deal. Might bring pressure off the right side because they keep running the same play. What they're doing is they're making it look like it's a sweep to the right, and he's countering back to the left. It's designed that way. It's not a like he's just reading something. He's cutting back on purpose.
Right.
So that's over here on Cole Berryman and Connor Griffin's side, Jordan Smith's side. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3. They're going to take the play clock down to 3 here. Once again, here's same play again, and there's hole open. Somebody's helmet's come off for Pell City. Did he get enough for a first down?
No, they got it marked about half a yard short, Ray.
Yep.
What they're doing is they're getting a kick-out block. We're sending our outside linebackers. Cole Berryman's coming. He's getting kicked out by big 75, which is just a kick-out block right there. It looks like it's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Who's picking up Jordan? All right, Chelsea fans, get on your feet at home. There's 2 minutes left. Chelsea down by 3, 10-7. Twins left, single receiver right. Big stop right here. We need a huge stop right here on 3rd and 1.5. Play clock's down to 5, 4. Hand it off to the number 22, and he's going to have enough for a first down. That's going to be an easy first down right there for Pell City. Richard, this has been a hard-fought game by both teams. You know, Pell City comes in 3-6, Chelsea 2-7. You know, neither one's had what you'd call a successful season.
No.
Both of them's had tough opponents. But right now, Pell City's on top of Chelsea 10-7 with 1:42 left to go in this game, and the clock's ticking. And the play clock is not helping us.
No. But next time they snap it, it's going to be down to about 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go.
Yep.
And they can, you know,
they've gone
I think we got one timeout left.
Well, and Richard, you look and you look back at this game and the things that's cost us. Handoff number 22, and he breaks through the seam. And Richard, I ain't saying we've given up, but we're tired.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have an injury.
Yeah,
well,
Connor
no.
looks like he was hurt on that play, but he's getting up.
Yeah, he's a senior. He's not going to want to come out, and he's a little gimpy. He's going to have to come out because he's not going to be able to go.
The drive that sticks with me is that play. Connor needs to get out of the game. He can't even hardly walk. Was like Pierce. Cameron Pierce is going in, number 18, senior.
Nobody called a timeout. I don't know what they're doing. It was just a official timeout for an injured player. That's not on the.
Richard, I go back to the drive. To me, that was the drive that probably could have possibly lost us this game. Is when we had the
momentum,
and we were driving, and we had back-to-back personal fouls.
Yep.
And those back-to-back personal fouls took us out of scoring position, and I think that was the drive that really just sealed it because Pell City wasn't slowing us down. We had back-to-back personal fouls, which is so selfish.
Well, we did something tonight we haven't done the past 2 weeks, and that's hurt ourselves with penalties.
Yeah.
Well, we had a lot of penalties last week, but with turnovers and just not being able to finish a drive.
All right, Richard, the clock's ticking, 36 seconds left. Pell City hands it off to number 22. He runs over left tackle, and he stopped. But Richard,
first down.
Yeah, that's ball game because they're going to stop the clock just long enough to move the chains, but no timeouts left, and that's going to be a ball game.
Yep.
Been a good ball game, 10-7, not the outcome we wanted. Never would have guessed we'd only scored 7 points tonight with the way points were being, but I never would have thought we'd held Pell City to 10 points. So kind of a disappointing game for both offenses because neither one of the offenses really showed out a whole lot.
Well, when the weather turns cold, it's easy to play defense.
Yeah,
it's harder to the clock is stopped.
Illegal substitution on.
There we go. It's hard to keep things going when it's cold. When you're on offense because that ball's harder. But still, you got to make the catches. You got to make the blocks.
We've had some. I mean, you think about Lando Nichols running wide open across, and we threw it behind him. Jacob Boyle wide open on 4th down, underthrew it. I mean, just threw a too soft pass. We've had opportunities to win this game. We really can't blame the officials. We can't blame